To go, the captain reasserted both. Udonis Haslam, Heat Nation. Let's go back to John. To go, the captain reasserted both. Udonis Haslam, Heat Nation. Let's go back to John.
Including this one as Kevin Durant runs into him. Smart falls down. Durant did not like the call and looks and says, that's not basketball.
Knicks were up one when Derrick Rose went to the bench. They went +9 and are.
Knicks still have 2. Knicks no more fouls to give. It's a 9-0 New York run to lead by 9 with a minute 13 is Trae Young with a wry smile going up top, and Hunter misses the reverse. Knicks still have 2. Knicks no more fouls to give. It's a 9-0 New York run to lead by 9 with a minute 13 is Trae Young with a wry smile going up top.
Come out and boo, yell all you want. We encourage that. This is just plain stupidity. Somebody pouring some popcorn, and any athlete, being Westbrook or whomever,
Fans crossing the line. Somebody tossed a water bottle, and it nearly hit Kyrie as he was walking to the tunnel. Tyler Johnson noticed it.
Come out and boo, yell all you want. We encourage that. This is just plain stupidity. Somebody pouring some popcorn, and any athlete, being Westbrook or whomever, they are pumped with their adrenaline.
Knicks were up 1 when Derrick Rose went to the bench. They went +9 and are.
What did I run out with his fist out on the surface?
Knicks were up 1 when Derrick Rose went to the bench. They went +9.
What did I run out with his fist out on the surface?
But you cost us a lot of money tonight because we said on the FanDuel question, was somebody from United?
Including this one as Kevin Durant runs into him. Smart falls down. Durant did not like the call and looks and says, that's not basketball.
Fans crossing the line. Somebody tossed a water bottle, and it nearly hit Kyrie as he was walking to the tunnel. Tyler Johnson noticed it.
Come out and boo, yell all you want. We encourage.
Knicks were up 1 when Derrick Rose went to the bench. They went +9 and are.
Including this one as Kevin Durant runs into him. Smart falls down.
Fans crossing the line. Somebody tossed a water bottle.
is row 1, seat 1.
Well, this is nice. When did we start doing this? Nobody told me about this. I thought everything sucked now. Do you have a card?
You get COVID? It's over. COVID said, oh, I see you having a good season. It'd be a shame if I knocked over the microphone for those listening and not watching the video.
Like, I think Sean could pull off the hair. I think he could definitely pull off the hair.
Not the color.
But not the color or the thickness. Maybe the thickness.
All of Cam's passes from this past game at Buffalo, nothing was further than 20 yards down the field. Everything was 19 yards and below. Why?
What? I've never shot heroin before, but I can probably figure it out. I've seen the people that do, and they're not that bright.
Block, block.
Walk, walk! Oh, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another glorious edition of Row 1, Seat 1. I am Joey Fats. With me, as always, Darkness and Mrs. Sean Betancourt. Thank you all for joining us on this wonderful Tuesday evening, the 1st of June.
Or if you're Joey, Tuesday morning.
I have a fucking hair in my eye, probably from my dog, because I just woke up like 10 minutes ago. I had a very long day today.
Give yourself a break. It was like 25 minutes ago.
Yeah, it was actually more like 40 minutes ago now. But
rigged.
It's still. I had a rough afternoon today on the golf course. Not score playing wise, actually played pretty well. But there was, are you guys familiar with Spittin' Chicklets on Barstool?
Yes.
And Birdie Juice?
I know of Birdie Juice.
Needless to say, there was a lot of Birdie Juice being passed around today. So there you go. That's what happened. Hence why I was out like a light. I needed about 20 minutes to
out like a light.
Recoup and recenter.
Everything's dead. I'm like,
well, the worst part is I went to sleep. Aaron Rodgers was not a Bronco. I woke up. Aaron Rodgers still isn't a Bronco. We'll get into that. We'll get into Julio. We'll get into the NBA playoffs. We will get into all the drama surrounding Kyrie and Boston as the Celtics and Nets play their game, 5 right now?
Yeah, they're playing game 5,
which is underway. We'll get into the Lakers and their series that is tied up now with the Suns.
Possibly? No AD?
Possibly no Anthony Davis tonight. I would believe he's probably not going to play. That's my guess, but we'll see.
I mean, I don't think you should.
You're probably right.
Coming in all right? I feel like I'm...
No, you're fine.
You're good.
All right.
No, you sound good.
How about now? You feel you feel a little better now?
Sounds exactly the same.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. He good.
Talk louder.
But we'll get into that. We'll get into the NBA playoffs in general. We've got a lot to get into tonight, so let's just jump right at it. First things first. How are you guys? How's it going tonight?
Well, we're awake.
You guys are awake. I'm glad because you're bringing the energy that I am severely lacking.
I don't have to sleep tonight. Yes, I do, actually. I lied. I have to go. I'm tired. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm wired right now. I have a feeling by like 9:45 of the show, I'm going to be like, oh, my
Listen,
God.
This is my first.
We're going to wrap this up.
This is my first ever bang. So I know some people that make red line. It's weak sauce compared to
the owner of Bang, douchebag.
Really?
Just Google what he looks like.
You're not supposed to say that mid-sip, bro.
Dude, he looks like...
Am I going to have to strangle you with a fucking microphone cord again?
I'll strangle you.
More outbursts like that, Sean.
If you look up the owner of the... He literally wears, like, super tight clothing as if he's, in Jersey Shore, balding, but still has his hair cut in a weird shape, and then he wears, like, gold chains with, like, the Bang Energy logo.
Is he one of those guys that wears, like, Under Armour around, like, skin-tight Under Armour as if it's
compression.
Like a shirt?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
so
he just,
this
like,
was
wears
Sean,
it out like, yeah, look at me.
So Sean, like, 2 years ago?
I never woke up.
Did you TB12 Under Armour shit all the time?
It was never Under Armour.
But that was loose fit. It wasn't the skin tight stuff. It wasn't the compression stuff.
I love that shit.
You guys, everybody knows
best.
that one guy, right? That one dude that everybody knows that like goes out, like he's like
He buys like a size
mid-50s and like still hits the gym and he's like kind of fit, but he's not really
in shape, out of shape, man.
Yeah, but he wears like Under Armour compression shit like out like to the mall as like instead of a t-shirt, and you're just like, all right, bro, like why don't you like calm down, okay? Like that's workout gear. Like we get it. You do activities.
So you're saying when he works out, he looks like the man that goes, doo, doo, doo.
Well, no, he's definitely the dude that goes in there and, like, he grabs, like, the 55-pound dumbbells and, like, swings wildly with them, like, thinking he's doing rep, and then, like, goes on to, like, lecture the younger kids, like, this is how you work out. Yeah, it's Stinky Boy, bro. He's there. The stink bugs are insane in this neighborhood. I don't understand. I'd never seen them until I moved here.
It's all the tweez.
He's singing the opening. You willing to sacrifice your life?
Yeah, hey, for real.
I need to get my little assault gun.
All of a sudden, he just drops down like it's fucking Mission Impossible.
Toast. 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 So 508-774. Wow.
One more time.
774-992-8702.
I didn't know Sean was giving the number today.
You didn't either did I. Biggest thing for you guys listening, if you're on Facebook and you want to get the audio-only stream, there is a link in the description of the show, mixler.com/Joey-Fats. You can go there and get the audio-only link and not have to tie up your device with Facebook if you're on a phone. You can just go and listen to the live audio right there, and you don't have to worry about, you can still dick around and do other stuff.
Actually, I think I don't know if it works on everybody else's phone, but if you click on like us first and it goes full screen and you like swipe out of it, like you can still scroll Facebook and like they'll
Facebook it has that feature like YouTube, like it minimizes in the corner now.
Facebook.
I know, but a lot of people hang on Facebook and just dick around.
Shut your whore mouth, Sean.
Oh well, that's all Facebook is for, dicking around.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just here to post until we get suspended, and then it's like, okay.
Like you.
Guess I don't even post anymore, dude. I stopped. I don't really even bother.
Until like 5 hours ago.
What do you mean?
We are Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I mean, I post, but I don't post anything controversial anymore. Because
you can't.
No, because every single
one more time and it's
every single time you post anything, it's just like, this somehow violates our terms of service. Like, dude, I posted that in 2011, and they're like,
what in the hell?
Doesn't matter.
Is that another one? That's another one. That's from
damn.
above.
Diff?
You could hear the thunk when it was like.
Okay, good. You didn't get me. You didn't get a stink on my fingers. I don't got stink fingers.
Sean and I keep on looking up like this motherfucker.
I had a gay guy actually tell me that one time. Text me and tell me he wanted to play stink fingers with me.
Nice. Where did that
coming from the information that I got outside earlier today? Don't want to hear it.
It was he was a coworker.
Don't want to hear it.
Probably could have filed a sexual.
Following the same line right now, talking about coworkers.
Just saying, dude, it was weird.
And passes.
It was weird. No, that was a totally different conversation.
Yeah,
she left out a lot of context in that. I'm sure not. Context. You don't want to believe the truth, but you will have to realize it at some point. All right, so let's dive into the Kyrie Irving drama real quick because this was fucking hysterical and equal parts predictable. So obviously last week Kyrie had the preemptive strike against the Boston fans where he came out and said, going back to Boston, I hope we can just leave it up to
keep race out of it.
Basketball.
Just leave it to basketball and leave. Hopefully there's no subtle racism. Which what the fuck is subtle racism anyway? Like either you're racist or you're not, Kyrie. But then again, we're talking about a guy who thinks the Earth is flat, so we'll spare you the.
It's the way they say his name. They're like Kyrie, and he's like.
He's like, that's a little bit too much. On
he's
the
like,
E.
Did you just call me boy? You're like, no, dude, we called you Kyrie. He's like, I heard boy.
He's like, I saw you made a sign. You use a black lettering conveniently. He's like, oh Jesus.
It's like, well, it's a white poster board.
He launched the first volley in this strike. The final volley was made by a man named none other than Cole Buckley.
I thought it was Cole Beasley.
And I want everybody. Cole Beasley is the wide receiver.
I thought it was funny because it was the same name. I fucked that up.
Cole Buckley.
Oh.
He's like the son of like millionaire parents from like Hingham or some shit like that.
I think both parents are doctors.
Yeah, some crazy shit. 21-year-old kid.
And I never knew a water bottle was a deadly weapon.
His name was Cole Buckley, and I want you to say it. The man is a fucking hero. He is a hero in Boston. Some would argue he gave Kyrie exactly what he wanted by hurling a water bottle.
I mean, he kind of did.
He did.
Not really. I disagree.
No, I understand that, but anything, if you even if Kyrie went by and you pulled a Stevenson, you he was gonna be like, oh, racism. Everything was, no matter what you did, he was gonna play that card.
Of course, exactly, which is why it didn't matter.
And part of me wanted to be like, there's a conspiracy theory here where he paid that gentleman $100. It's like, throw his water bottle at me end of the game.
But there's
no matter what.
Could have.
I mean, look. And again, I'm gonna say it. You go back into the glory era of basketball, the '90s basketball. Okay, how much shit was thrown on courts? Popcorn,
tons,
cups, bottles. I mean, how many times you see in the Garden just shit raining down from the stands, or in New York, shit just raining down from NBA. Look, he better be thankful he doesn't play in Buffalo. He would have had a dildo fucking thrown at him. You know what I'm saying? It would have been,
dude. That's
a whole wall of dicks.
Still,
what is the worst thing you've ever seen thrown at a player from the stands?
I mean, the dildos are pretty funny.
Or during a game, or as he walks off a court,
do I have
or
to
off
be
a
there
field.
or no?
No.
The dildos were probably the best thing that
was the funniest thing.
That was the funniest
thing.
They
thing.
They threw Excalibur out there.
Bro,
Someone paid a lot of money.
Listen,
to
there
make
was
a
some
joke.
rubber wood, if you
It
know what
was
I'm saying.
Lex caliber.
Yeah, there we go.
For those who don't know, Lexington Steel.
Probably. It have to be the videos of people throwing the batteries in Philadelphia at the Philadelphia Phillies players.
Yeah. Well, there was
Carl Everett and shit.
There was Bat Day, and I remember all the wooden bats getting tossed out at a stadium somewhere.
Oh, see, I don't remember.
I want to say that was minor league though.
Probably. But the battery thing
The
against
battery
Carl
thing, yeah.
Everett.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad. Those were like, what, 9-volt batteries people were throwing? People weren't fucking around. Who's carrying 9-volt batteries with them like at all times back then?
Apparently people in Philly.
That's a big pager.
It's a big-ass pager.
Shit's like a tablet pager. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I
Gives
don't
you
know.
everything in one.
What was like the craziest thing? Like, funniest has to be the dildo.
Definitely the dildos. I mean, for the most part, you see it's like food and shit like that. I mean, in hockey, they throw squids.
I know. I feel like Philadelphia is the easy answer though because
But
we're not thinking of anything.
hockey's different though. They throw that on the ice in celebration.
Yeah, it's weird.
I never understood the squid thing. It was always weird, but hockey people are weird. So
What about what was the people again? Philadelphia. It was a Philadelphia Eagles game. They were hiding rocks inside of snowballs and throwing them.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And they were just nailing dudes with rocks inside of
Yeah, no, I
snowballs.
remember that. I feel like there's always like a food fight that gets brought out in some games.
It's always Philly though, right? It's always
feel like
it
it
always
always
circles
is
back
Philly.
to Philly like being the worst like fucking place to get shit thrown at you.
Not so much anymore. Now it seems to be like New York, like the Mets, Yankees, the Nets, the New York, New Jersey line is like
not
a
the
lot of
Yankee-
fights.
You don't really see much shit. get thrown at
L.A.
these stadiums.
LA's a lot of fights, no matter where you are for games. LA's a lot of fights.
I mean, I get that.
I mean,
Okay, so
sure.
that's
Well,
how I
still,
figured.
answer the question. What's the worst thing you guys have ever seen?
Oh no, I said batteries.
Okay, batteries. That's the worst thing you've ever seen? Batteries too?
Yeah, but I mean that actually would hurt, like if you get hit with it.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely fucking hurt me. D batteries. I mean, but that used to happen in Oakland all the time. Like, ask any of the old, like Mark Schlereth and the Broncos, like, from the 90s. They used to say, like, that, like, D batteries in Oakland were always getting hurled at you on the sidelines.
Well, what else then? Like, what's like the worst thing you think of?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think, like, because one time I dropped a nacho on Bret the Hitman Hart's shoulder at the Providence Civic Center.
What a dick.
I didn't really, like, try to hit him with it. I just wanted to see if I could get his attention, and it just happened to catch him on the shoulder. And he just looked up and was like, as he was walking.
Did he give you one of these?
He came in. He came in the ring to do like a promo with him and like I forget who the other two guys that were with him were.
Has to be the Hart Foundation.
It was like 95, 96.
Oh, so it's definitely Jim the Anvil and
I think it was.
Could have been Owen, Brian Pillman.
Oh, it
Davey
was
Boy
not
Smith.
Owen. It was because this is after the Hart brothers breakup.
Okay, so it wasn't the Hart Foundation. It had to be just be the.
Could be the Bulldog.
It had to
Wasn't the Bulldog?
Okay, so it's got to be Jim Anvil.
or Pillman.
Could be Pillman.
Honestly, I forget who it was. This is I'm talking.
Brian
This is
Pillman?
6th grade.
It would have been Flying Brian.
Providence Civic Center. Mr. Pimentel took us. It was awesome. Brandon, Ryan, and Jill, and Mr. P. And I remember we sat directly above the entranceway where the wrestlers would come out. So like there's they got the big thing. There's the entrance, and then there's this huge thing for like the the smoke and the sparks and like the lights and all that. This big structure.
Yeah.
But there's like a gap, like about 3 feet, 2.5, 3 feet wide between the edge of the railing and then that structure. So I'm looking over it and I'm like, I wonder. And I just had a chip dipped in nacho cheese. And
It
it
was
was
like 9.
He's like, I'm gonna throw this at the guy.
I didn't throw it. I just dropped it. And as he was walking up, and it hit him on the shoulder, and he just, like I said, gave me the look and the point. And Mr. Pete, sweetest guy ever, he was just, like, mortified. He's like, Joey, why would you do that? And I was like, I didn't think I was going to hit him. And he's like, hey, my God. And, like,
Hey, my God.
dude, he's like, dude looks at me, he's like, do you need more nachos now? Like, immediately was like, all right, like you just dropped your nacho on this guy. He's like, but do you need more? That's the important
And
question.
back then, this is when Joey was really fast. He was like, yeah.
What do you mean was really fat? Okay, first of all, I will have you know I am still really fat.
Eh.
Second of all,
Yeah, Stink Boy went MIA.
Well, he jumped.
You might be around here somewhere.
Don't worry about it.
Oh my God.
But that was the worst thing I've ever seen was a nacho hit Bret Hart because it came from my right hand. Some would say it came from the right hand of God.
Oh,
What the
God.
fuck are you talking about? That was a lame answer.
Go back to fucking
Nah,
sleep.
that's mute
Go
his
back
mic.
to
Give me
fucking
the fucking sound boy. That was
Yeah,
a
that was
mute.
it. Bloop.
You can't mute me.
Jesus.
Only I can mute me. No, but so let's take a look because there was 2 incidents since we've been on the air. of shit getting thrown
Westbrook
at players.
got
The
popcorn.
Westbrook with the popcorn.
Which popcorn's like that's like the MO. Like that's what everybody does. I got popcorn.
Dude, it was so funny. It was so funny to see like his reaction from the popcorn. You know, you get into stuff thrown at you. You want to freak out, fine, freak out. Be all, like you could be in a bad mood. Westbrook always seems to be in a bad mood.
Always, every day, all
but
day, every day.
My God, the reaction is if
he would have killed a man.
The Malice in the Palace really would have happened if there was like 5 security guards weren't holding him back.
Westbrook's reaction to it was actually worse than the actual action of the popcorn being thrown.
obviously.
It sure was, but
let's take a look.
I'm ready for
The
him to fight.
popcorn just like rolls down on him. It's not even like he threw like the tub at him.
I want Malice in the Palace too.
Let's take a look.
Come out and boo, yell all you want. We encourage that. This is just plain stupidity.
Look at it. My boy
Somebody
is
points
straight
some
up like,
popcorn
I'm
and
going to kill you.
Any athlete being
How
Westbrook
dare you
or
empty that
whomever,
popcorn?
They are pumped with their adrenaline.
All right, so I get it. Like, look, let's preface this by saying I don't condone any fans throwing anything at any players in an arena. However, this seems to be happening in the NBA at a lot greater clip
Like nonstop right
than
now.
other sports,
Yeah,
and
this
it
whole-
seems to be happening to kind of the same type of people. Westbrook,
Same athletes.
Kyrie, Westbrook, Kyrie, Westbrook. Like, why does this always seem to follow the same dudes? Like, it always seems to happen to them. Granted, we have another video, Trae Young getting spit on. We'll show you that in a second. But
Whoa.
that
that's
two
New York.
videos from Trae Young the same night.
But that's New York.
is vile. I mean, that right there is, I'm coming up in the stands and fighting you.
Oh, yeah. No, the best part about the
Popcorn, though, on your way out? Like, all right, look, dude.
That's something that always happened.
I get it. It's not appropriate. It's not something you should do as a fan. It's poor fan
Ethic.
It's poor fan conduct.
Sure it is. Of course
You
it is.
shouldn't do that. Like,
It's bannable.
Don't get me wrong. These guys are here to put on a show. They're not there to be treated and pelted and
Still humans.
and shit like that. You don't do it. That being said, these guys put on a persona. They are who they are, and then they like the whole like when they act like who would do such a thing? Like the shocked attitude when it happens. It's like, dude, seriously? Like you realize you come off as like the biggest fucking prick in the world, right? No one likes you. Like anyone who gets a chance to even do anything like that to you is going to take it. Like what do you think is going to happen?
And that fan knew. That fan had Westbrook wasn't even close to him. They showed more video of it after. The fan was like, sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He literally just like dumped it.
Yeah, to try to get him, and then the guy was like, ah. Like he literally like was like on guard.
Yeah.
Because it was literally like pouring popcorn on a pit bull who was just taken off of a chain, and he's been in the basement for like 6 months. And he's like, oh my God.
And there was a
Kill the first thing that's in front of me.
And the popcorn was a baby. The popcorn is a baby.
Oh
You
my
had to go
God.
and
God
pay a pit,
damn it.
didn't you?
I was
You
trying
had
to pick like a violent dog.
Well, you picked the most violent one. Good job.
Next time, go Rottweiler in a junkyard.
Nah, Roddies are only responsible for like.
I said in a junkyard.
I'm gonna just say
second
next time I'm gonna
most.
say a bear.
What? I'm just saying.
Big old grizzly.
You know,
Wolverine.
pit bulls and babies go together
Oh,
like
Jesus. Okay,
Westbrook
moving
and
on.
popcorn. I'm just saying. It's
Well,
never a good mix. Someone is going to die in that, and it's probably not going to be the pit bull.
So since we're talking about crazy shit, can we cue up the couple of Trae Young videos? But the first one, can
Well,
we
hold on.
do-
Let's. I want to stay on this Westbrook thing first
Okay.
because it ties directly into the Kyrie thing. So
Of course.
Kyrie also had something thrown at him. And again, we talked about this just a minute ago where we talked about this playing right into Kyrie's hands. Now, for those of you that missed it, Kyrie came out and said when they came back to Boston, he just wanted to be about basketball and didn't want there to be any subtle racism, whatever the fuck that is. And he didn't, the heckling and all that stuff to be on the up and up.
Now, I mean, the biggest thing I can say about that is you're Kyrie being Kyrie sets it up the exact way that he wants to set it up. Knowing the second he gets into Boston, knowing the second the ball gets in his hands, they were going to be on him. You stood at our court before a game, before practice, and said, hey, this is where I'm going to be for a while. 3 months later, you're like, I fucking hate this town. Get me the fuck out of here.
Yes, and again,
Like, the second you come back, doesn't matter who you are. You could have been anybody that was a star and did that.
Mm-hmm.
You were getting trashed the second you stepped foot back on the court.
Hell yes.
The second, though, and every time he got the ball, the boos were there, everything was there, and I was glad. What the fuck else do you expect? So Kyrie being Kyrie just says, well, I hope they don't play the racism card against me.
No, subtle racism.
Right. But,
No. He played the racism card.
Of course.
Is what he did. He didn't. He wanted to make sure that no matter what happened to him in Boston, if anything happened and he didn't have a good night or he had a bad game,
he was going to blame it on racism
or whatever, he was going to be able to say, well, there was a fan in the third row. They started chanting the N-word at me, and just kind of threw me off because I'm really concerned with what's going on in Israel and and the Gaza Strip, and there's bigger things in the world than basketball right now, and that took my mind out of it. So he wanted that immediate out. He gave himself that out because people in the media, the Stephen A's, the Jamil Hills, so on and so forth. I mean, we talked about it in the group chat. Rachel Nichols talking about how he had extra security in Boston,
which was bananas to me.
As if people in Boston they
really cared.
They still think Boston is this racist city, and I loathe defending Boston fans. Boston fans are a lot of things. Racist is probably not one of them.
Listen, there are definitely.
Of course there are.
100% everywhere.
Oh my God! All right, can we just first one thing? Can we stop prefacing everything with well, of course racism exists. No fucking shit,
exactly.
Racism exists.
But
we know it exists. We don't have to acknowledge it anymore.
No, we have to say it because if you don't say it, everyone's like, oh my God, everyone in the show is racist.
Right, but we don't care about what everyone says. I don't care what anyone thinks because
it's an insane
again,
concept.
The fact that you have to sit here and preface it with, all right, now I know racism exists. I'm not saying it doesn't. Is the equivalent of now. Me, as a Tom Brady fan, I'm telling you, Peyton Manning is the best quarterback of all time. It's the exact same thing.
It's the same disclosure you'd see as a warning label on a pack of cigarettes. By the way, this will kill you if you smoke it. It's like.
But here you go. It's $10.49.
Yeah. $10.49. Please kill yourself. Thank you.
Have some death.
But to your point, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
No, I'm saying that was my point. The point is, we get it. We know there are people out there who go to games and they're racist no matter what part of the country you are.
Right, but don't you think in 2021 or even 2019 or 18, if somebody had said something racist in the crowd at Boston or is being racist, overtly racist, I mean, saying some shit that shouldn't be said, a la what Torrey Hunter's story was or Adam Jones's story was, which both completely fabricated. Don't you think somebody would have flipped on a phone and started recording it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or someone would have called into EEI or 98.5 and said, hey, I was in the stands last night. I heard this guy say this. It's true.
Here's the thing. You said that perfectly because what I was going to say next was as soon as that guy, we know his name is Cole Buckley, right?
Yep.
Cole Buckley. As soon as Cole Buckley threw that water bottle, people were already filming him instantly.
Yep.
The media was filming him. There was audience members filming him. It was constant coverage for the rest of the time on this young kid who's wearing a Garnett. We know everything he was wearing. We know where he's from. We know who his parents are. All that fast.
Yep.
Now this was with limited people at the game, not even a max crowd. Right. It was only 17,000 as opposed to the full stadium.
I think 17 is pretty close to full.
It's close.
It's close, but
it
wasn't
80%.
I think it only holds 18,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah,
but
you're
still
right.
almost full. But at the end of the game, people had already left anyway.
Neither
The
here
game
nor
was,
there.
yeah.
Right.
My other thing I want to say about Kyrie is also saying he's a big advocate of everyone can change this and that. He's saying Boston can never change. He keeps bringing up Boston's 67-year-old history with black players and the stuff that's happened in the past.
The busing riots, all that shit.
And he goes, it's commonplace. So what he's saying is that's to him, it's still happening today. That's the way he puts it out there when it's not the case. And we've had Jaylen Brown. We've had I'll give Danny Ainge credit. Danny Ainge came right out and been like, that's fucking ridiculous what he said. We've had Stephen A. Smith. We've had Kendrick Perkins.
Jaylen Brown shut him up.
Jaylen
Brown came out and said
Paul
it.
Pierce.
Right, but by the same token, Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum both laid down and bent the knee to Kyrie the other day.
No, it wasn't Jason Tatum. It was Tristan Thompson.
When they said that, we as a city, Boston, we have a lot of work to do, and there's racism everywhere, and blah 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 blah, whatever little bullshit line they gave to give the media to shut him up. But they basically bent the knee and agreed with Kyrie. And to me,
I mean, with Tristan Thompson.
It was Tristan.
We're taking his word.
I thought it was Tatum.
No, it was not
Tatum. Tatum
No.
definitely said something about it.
No, Tatum drew the line. Tatum's like, I haven't talked to Kyrie, but he's like, hey, we all need to be better. That was
right.
Tatum's
Exactly.
line.
He again. kind of takes Kyrie's side in a way by not coming out and defending the fans. And if I was a Celtics fan, I would be fucking irate that nobody in management other than Danny Ainge, that your coach didn't come out, none of your players have come out, and no one has come out and said
Jaylen Brown. I'm pulling it up.
Jaylen made a line in the sand like, I completely disagree with Kyrie. And not only did he completely disagree, he came out and said, I philosophically disagree with the way he presented it, because he presented it as a distraction going into a playoff game, knowing it would get a rise out of the opposing fandom and for his own people. And Jaylen Brown is a really smart, educated, went to prison to be part of a Black Lives Matter movement. He stands by his guns. He's like, nope. I'm going to stand.
Okay, well, there's one.
There was one guy.
So there's one guy in the whole Celtics organization. Two, if you count Danny Ainge.
This is exactly. I'll say it as best as I can. I'll paraphrase.
Yeah,
slightly,
hopefully, because it was 5 minutes.
But systematic. This is Jaylen Brown's. He said systematic racism should be addressed in the city of Boston and United States. However, I don't like the matter it was brought up as centering around a playoff game. It bothers me if the concept of racism is used as a crutch or an opportunity to execute a personal gain. I'm not saying that's the case, but racism is bigger than a playoff game and bigger than Game 3 of the playoffs. And later he says, I know not every Celtics fan is a racist. We have a lot of fans from all walks of life and colors. Painting every Celtics fan as a racist is unfair, but Boston, we do have work to do.
Right, exactly. Boston, we do have work to do. Right there, you're giving Kyrie the green light to continue to go ahead and slander this entire city. Listen, I hate defending Boston fans. I literally,
we know.
Loathes. It's one of the things I loathe in life.
I hate myself.
It drives me up a tree. But I can't
there was
sit
a
here
lot
and
of
say,
other stuff in between there.
I've been to hundreds of games at Fenway, the Garden, Gillette, wherever. I've never once ever seen anybody say anything racist in any of those venues. Not obviously not towards me, because nobody's gonna be like, "Haha, fuck you, honky." Actually,
they said, ha.
that actually has happened.
They said, "Ha, f you, Ron Grace."
Yeah, but
the person clearly had no idea what color was.
I've actually been called a honky by black people at a venue, at one of those venues at Gillette.
I'd call you a honky.
Right, but I'm like, oh no, okay.
It's funny.
It was, and they didn't mean it funny, but they were trying to. We were beefing
honky cracker ass
about the game, and they would that was their little jab at me. But I've never heard any racism. And again, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but your anecdotal evidence is getting tired, because like I said, if something actually did happen at any one of these games, we would know about it. Like, am I seriously supposed to believe Torrey Hunter, where there's 6 kids in the bleachers and they're all chanting the N-word at him while all the adults, the parents, are behind them high-fiving, swigging their beers, going, "Ha ha, good job, kids. Keep it up."
He about faced on that after the fact though too.
Not really. He still hasn't backed down from it. It wasn't even a couple months ago. He didn't back off the story.
Well,
he didn't elaborate on it when he was asked about it, but he didn't say no, that didn't happen. Which it clearly didn't, because if it did, we would have known about it. That's so overt. That's so blatant. There's no way in fucking hell in this day and age we wouldn't have heard about it. Someone in that stadium. You mean to tell me in a stadium in Boston, the liberal bastion of Boston, where everyone is dying, literally just falling all over themselves trying to be a white knight. No one spoke up and said anything?
Neither time.
I mean, come on, man. We have friends on Facebook that are like, my first reaction when I hear words like that is resort to violence. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. You've never punched anybody in the face in your life. Just shut the fuck up. You're so full of shit. But you're on Facebook and you got your keyboard in front of you, so you're going to be like, I'm fucking tough. Look at me. I can fight. No, you can't.
I mean, essentially, that's how
it goes. No, you can't. You get backhanded and you run like a pussy. Call the cops. But anyway, I digress.
Call the popo-ho. Call the popo-ho.
This whole thing goes hand in hand with, it's bullshit. It's made up. When Kyrie's asked about, give us an example of something that was racist that was said to you in the Garden. Well, it's just commonplace there.
It's history. Look it up.
It's history. Look it up. Right. Okay, so give me an example. Well, just open a history book. Okay, but no, you said you've had racist things said to you at the Garden. What were those things?
He did
and he can't.
What's that? No, because that was the. I can say some stuff, but I won't.
Yeah.
That was the look. That was the emotion.
Because he doesn't have anything to say. That's the problem. He doesn't actually have an example of something happened. Because if he did, you don't think he would have run to Jamel Hill, Stephen A., anybody at the Athletic, any of those places?
Well, he did. As soon as the water bottle was thrown,
And
he
been
did.
exactly. So you mean to tell me if something actually racist happened, he wouldn't run to those places? So why didn't he? I'll tell you why. Because he's a fraud and he's full of shit.
Well, he's been a fraud his whole life.
He is, and he is a fraud. So here's the video.
Which video we bringing up here?
So this is the bottle. This is the video of him getting the bottle tossed at him.
Okay.
Yep.
Fans crossing the line. Somebody tossed a water bottle, and it nearly hit Kyrie as he was walking to the tunnel. Tyler Johnson noticed it.
Oh my God. An empty water bottle came soaring past Kyrie Irving. The humanity. And then the kid gets arrested, and he's being charged with assault and battery, which we found out from a friend in law enforcement that Boston PD knows exactly what they're doing. They charged him with something that he can't possibly be charged with, so he'll make bail. It'll get thrown out in court, and nothing will come of it. But the kid's going to get a lifetime ban from the TD Garden.
Yes, he will.
Because obviously, just like the guy that turned to the interracial gay couple at Fenway, the day after the Adam Jones incident, it was like, why is this bitch N-wording up the national anthem? Am I right, stranger? That guy got banned for life. So that set the precedent now. Like, everybody's banned for life. You're all banned. You say anything like that, you're banned for life. Which I don't disagree. Like, if you're fucking being overtly racist in a stadium, like, yeah, get the fuck out, dude. Like, no, there's no place for that.
For sure.
And I have no problem.
Well, and Stephen A. Smith, you're talking about Stephen A. Smith, and he actually, before the water bottle was thrown, he actually came out and defended.
Was this today or yesterday?
No, this was before the game.
Okay, before the game.
So
okay.
before this happened, this was a few days ago now.
Okay.
But Stephen A. actually came out and defended Boston. He said, and I'll say the quote quick. This isn't the full quote.
That's
I'll just take bits and pieces from him. But Kyrie Irving was wrong to do this. He was flat out wrong because I don't think this is about race at all. If you go to a Boston Celtics fan where they are against you, it's because you're not a Boston Celtic. It's not because you're black. He said Smith acknowledged that there's racism exists in Boston, but there are race issues all over the country. Let's not act like it's confined to the streets of Boston, Massachusetts. Which he's right. I mean, it's everywhere, like we just said, and everything like that. What he said is he's negating his role in the vitriol he's received, and he's anticipating receiving from the Boston fans. Smith pointed out to the 2008 event in which he attended the All-Star Garden, looked at the crowd and said, hey, this is where I'm going to stay, and then immediately changed his mind and get the hell out of here.
Backtracked and then slammed the fans, quit on the team.
And they put up the quote.
And forced his way out of Boston.
They put up the quote with I plan on resigning here next year underneath Smith's comments.
Mm-hmm.
And Smith directly puts it to that, like we said earlier in the show. This has nothing to do with the color of your skin. This is the Boston Celtics fans getting back at you for false promises.
Dude,
period.
We cheered him. He came in
Yes.
and we were like, well, we don't give a shit that you believe in a fake Earth and like dinosaurs
And
weren't
that's
real and all that
what
shit.
Stephen A. Smith. He put the video up and he was like, does this not ring a bell, Kyrie? Might this not have something to do with why they don't like you, not the color of your skin?
We said on this show, we said, dude's a psychopath.
And then he said just like this. He goes, I don't care who you are. You're white, you're black. If you ain't a Boston Celtic and you're about to go against the Boston Celtics, whatever they find and talk about you, believe that's potentially going to underneath your skin, they'll do it.
Dude,
yeah.
I hated
Absolutely.
I hated the white coach for the Toronto
And then
Raptors last year.
his last part of the quote said, they're getting at you strictly for basketball reasons, not because you're black.
No shit.
I mean, do you seriously think that like somebody like Kevin Garnett or Paul Pierce would be some of the most beloved athletes that we have in this city?
Kevin Garnett has been like tweeting about this for days straight. Kevin Garnett's like,
KG's on one.
And Maxwell. Maxwell's been like,
Love Biscuit.
Maxwell's like, I'm never going to let this go. He goes, why has not one single person asked Kyrie, why did you stomp on that logo? And
I'll tell you why. Right.
And I know we haven't got to it yet. And Kyrie is like,
that was next.
Kyrie, I'm sorry. And Cedric goes, I am never, ever going to forget that. He goes, he spit in my face. He spit in Larry's face. He spit in Garnett's, Pierce.
Dude, he wiped his foot on the leprechaun.
And who on the Boston Celtics?
And then as he walked
who
off
on the
court,
Boston Celtics did something?
Nobody.
Not a fucking one of them. You know why? Because this team is composed
Kendrick Perkins
of
with a
big
clothesliner.
Fucking pussy ass.
Yeah, but can I tell you something,
bitches,
Joey?
dude.
That's the NBA today. Tell me what person in the league right now would do anything about that.
Ron Artest.
Yeah, name one.
Ron Artest.
Ron Artest ain't in the fucking league.
I'll tell you who. Russell Westbrook on a bad day.
Yeah, but Russell Westbrook, I don't think Russell Westbrook would.
If Russell Westbrook was standing in the middle of the circle and he stepped closer
And
to
a
me,
piece
he'd
of
be like,
popcorn
bitch!
and a piece of popcorn hit him and he looked to the right and you were the person there, yeah, maybe.
That's
Yeah,
what I
see,
mean.
that's
But
the
I'm
problem.
saying, but just him stomping on, like, no, I don't see. Name a person in the NBA. Draymond Green, maybe, because he's a psychopath.
Maybe Draymond.
Maybe.
But Draymond's everyone's boy now.
But that's what I'm saying. Name a person in the NBA that would see that and be like, this motherfucker just spit on my house? Nobody.
he's
15.
right, though.
Listen,
I
15
can't
years
think of
ago.
one guy.
15 years ago.
He's not wrong.
Look, you do that when KG's on this team. KG's suspended for 10 days.
Oh,
Period.
facts.
Period.
Absolutely.
He's running right up to you, and he's like, bro, did you just? He'll throw you in the air to Kendrick Perkins, 3D right through a table.
Dude, don't get me all excited with the Kendrick Perkins.
I mean, let's think about it. KG be like, alley-oop.
See,
but can you imagine
But
anybody?
it's not like that anymore.
Right, because there's no way in
Kobe
hell
Bryant
anyone
would've
on
slammed
anyone of Kobe Bryant's teams would have been forced to step up and do something. Anyone on the Celtics in the 2008 to 2012 era.
Any of the Bulls teams.
Any of
Rodman would have body
the
slammed
Bulls.
there. Ben Wallace with the Pistons.
The
Shaq.
remake of the Bad Boy Pistons,
Shaq?
dude.
Tell me you did that on Shaq.
This
My boy
league
was
is
like,
gone.
barbecue
This
chicken.
league is gone beyond fucking soft, and it's pathetic. But I will say this: I can't name. You're right. I don't know how anybody else in the league would have reacted, but I did see it happen in Boston, and I saw zero retaliation from the Celtics.
You're right.
From
But you
their
know
players.
what the retaliation was? A bottle being tossed at him as he was walking out of the stadium.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the stomp here, real quick.
Stomps and butters. Now, I will say this: when he does that, there's no Celtics players around.
No, there wasn't. But
So for all I know, they're all walking out the tunnel and didn't see it.
So, but that was what, Friday night? That was game 3, right?
that was
No.
Saturday.
No, that was Saturday.
That was game 4.
That was game
Sunday.
4. That was Sunday.
So tonight is
Sunday.
tonight.
It's on right now. They're in the third.
Yeah, but they're in Brooklyn, aren't they?
Right, but
can't
has anybody clotheslined Kyrie as he goes to the basket yet?
No.
Because if not, then I really don't want to. I don't.
Game's over.
I don't ever.
They're back in Brooklyn.
I don't ever want to hear. Right, but that doesn't mean they can't fucking clothesline him.
True.
And I don't ever want to hear anything about the Celtics and this team and this group of guys being tough or championship worthy. Because I'm telling you right now, championship caliber teams don't let shit like that slide on
I'm
their
going
home
to tell you
court.
right now, he does that in L.A. Anybody smacking up him? No.
Somebody will.
No.
Somebody will.
No.
Gasol will fucking throw him a ball.
I doubt it.
Somebody will.
Nope.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you no. It's LeBron team. You won't do that because LeBron ain't going to do that because he needs you for the playoffs.
But somebody will send a message.
I doubt it. I mean,
don't.
maybe the next game, Drummond gives him a hot foul. Maybe. But you got to figure the
I
only.
got to
Listen,
silence this dog.
listen,
no
you got to
problem.
think about this. Our big on this team right now is Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, and he's a big softy bastard.
And he's his fucking boy.
Yeah, they're all, but everyone's boys
Everybody
with
heard
everybody.
that, right?
But everyone's boys with everybody. That's the biggest problem that we keep going back
Dude,
to.
but, like,
if you-
especially-
like all right, you want Drummond in this offseason. I know you do. Does Drummond have that mentality though to go out there and like bully somebody? I don't think he does.
He might not have the bully mentality, but he can do it. He has the
He
ability.
can be intimidating, but I don't see him doing. I don't see anybody.
I mean,
doing
but you
like
got to
that
think about
Kevin
this, though.
Garnett
Bully,
role.
listen, bully ball for him is exactly what he does. He's 10, 12 rebounds a night, 15, 20 points a night. That's his bully ball. I'm going to beat you on the boards. I'm going to beat you in the paint. As far as, like, who's a bully in the NBA right now, Sean?
I don't know. There's not many guys like that's not the game that's played
Like a straight
anymore.
up bully.
I want it to
Like,
go.
you're going to drive, and
Yeah.
I'm going to knock you down.
No, I want to go back to like the early 2000s.
Rudy Gobert?
90s. No.
He doesn't shy away.
He doesn't shy away. But
Clint
Rudy,
Capella doesn't shy away.
Rudy Gobert is not that guy. Rudy Gobert is like, what's going on?
But he
Like,
doesn't shy away.
He turns around during the games. After the game's over, he's buddy.
Except for when he's spreading that Rona.
But listen, I don't get out of here. I don't understand like why there isn't. I get it. I understand like that's the whole mantra of the NBA. Like everyone's boys leagues, everybody. It's all one team. But there needs to be some kind of direct path where somebody needs to be like the asshole. Like I want something like when they have guys like Grayson Allen like come out of college. I thought he was gonna be like an annoying asshole in the NBA, and he's not.
Yeah, but he's a bench
How
roll
about-
on the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
How about this? And this maybe it's just time we accept the fact that the NBA we grew up watching
It's dead. It'll never be
and
back.
loved is gone, and it's not coming back. These guys are more concerned about the money that they make than they are about championships, than they are about winning, than anything else. They're more concerned about being buddy. Yo, what's up, bro?
Well, I wouldn't say they're more concerned about championships.
There
because
is
look what
no-
they're doing. You got 4 teams that are loaded, and all the other teams like, man, we're just scrapping for a bench guy.
Exactly. Because again, and this started in 2007 with the Celtics, you have to get 3 superstars now on a team to win a championship because that's the new mold. Guys all of a sudden realized that they could do that and teams could make it such. It never used to happen that way. Magic would have never teamed up with Larry. Larry would have never teamed up with Jordan. Just like Dominique would have never teamed up with any of them, so on and so forth. It was always one guy, and then you put together a team around that guy to try to win. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that the team building aspect of it is what's wrong with the NBA. I think it can be this way. But when you have all these guys that are constantly just free agents and assassins for hire, yeah, you're going to lose some of that ability to be like, fuck you.
We need the NBA to abort completely their salary structure. Just nuclear detonate that entire thing.
Bullshit.
Get rid of the whole fucking thing. There should be a min and a max for a salary cap. No mid-level exceptions, no max contract.
It is kind of stupid.
Get the fuck out of here.
Listen, it's
stupid.
What the NBA does is how the NFL messes with a signing bonus. It's the same bullshit, just different language.
No, it's not, because it makes it impossible to...
Did you guys see Stephon Diggs took a pay cut?
I was waiting for somebody to say it.
No, it makes it impossible to...
Fucking idiots.
It makes it impossible for teams that are building youth to do something like that. Youths. They say, you know what? The core is going to stay together. We'll all take cheaper money to bring in another star, too. Like, if Golden State wants to stay together, they're like, you all
Golden
can sign.
State, hold on. They already did that.
They did that, but then they can't do anything right now because the team's
Clay
crippled.
fucking was like, my knee.
But again,
twice.
Everyone's max contract out, and then you can't go acquire any new players, so the team sucks now, and no one gives a shit.
Well, no, they don't
They only suck because of my knee.
Yeah, they only suck because they're hurt.
They still made the fucking play-in game with Steph only playing like 48 games.
Oh, they made the playing game. They lost.
Again,
Both.
if Steph played the whole season,
Keith
probably wasn't in the playoff
as soon
game.
as they lose that game, the rumor comes out, Steph Curry might be a trade.
There's rumors for fucking everything.
I know, but that doesn't happen. I'm
Right,
saying,
but
like, in
Steph-
basketball, it's too often. It's like LeBron's jumped like 3 teams, 4 teams, or whatever it is. It's fucking annoying. Like,
3.
I feel... Well, he went... I've gotten...
Cleveland, Miami, Cleveland, LA. I burped. Shut up.
Oh, my God. That sounded really fucked up.
That did not...
I'm sitting there, me and Sean were both like...
Time mark, 9:15-ish.
15.
My God.
9:15.
Listen.
58 minutes into the live stream.
43.
Whatever. All right. Well, we'll go back to that after the show's over. I don't
Listen,
like that.
mine was 2 weeks ago.
I was trying to stifle
it.
it.
I want guys to try to stick with a home team and just go with it and start jumping back and forth.
I get that part of it. I don't even know. I don't even care if guys do that, if they stay with their home team or not. But when you're on the court and you're between the lines, be enemies.
I will say this.
Be adversaries.
The whole point in
these
free
guys,
agency,
these guys aren't even I'm sorry. They're not even being enemies. They're not even being adversaries.
Yeah, they're just
forget
being
enemies.
boys.
They're just, hey man, it's like, oh cool, bro.
Let me tell you
Tap 'em on
something
the
right
ass,
now.
Like,
and I can't say this for you because I've never played you in a sport. Okay, I've played this guy in many sports, and yes, we're boys. The second he was on the other team,
there is a palpable hatred.
It was literally like, oh, so you're on this side. Hey, what's up, man? All right, good game. Yeah, go fuck yourself. It's game time,
no
baby.
No offense. If I played either of you in anything, I'd rather just beat the shit out of you senselessly and just be like, well, at the end of it, you'd be like, yeah, I didn't mean to beat the crap out of you, but I did.
But guess what? We were on the line, so that's what we do.
I mean, there
there
was one period of time where I grabbed my dick and told somebody to suck it in a DUI double game after I hit a game-tying free throw.
Was this last week?
And it was Timmy who fouled me.
Probably.
Who's one of my oldest best friends. And I was just like, I grabbed my dick and like, suck my dick, faggot, and almost got teed up for it. But
How
it was
didn't you?
Because the ref was too busy laughing. He knew
it Buckley?
No, it wasn't Buckley. It was the blonde guy. I can't remember his name.
Oh, I hated that fucking.
Me too. And he hated me, which I can't believe. He came up to me afterwards. He's like, "Hey, listen, man. Like, I know this is a kind of a chippy little rivalry you guys got here, but he's like, there's women and kids around, and there was like a woman with her kid, and they were in the door at the gym at the middle school.
Just
and
that guy.
She was just she started
I'm
laughing.
starting to think now that whiff that we get is him.
It is him.
She started dying laughing, and like with the kid, and the kid was like, oh, like they thought it was hilarious.
And listen, this was around the time when DX was really prevalent.
Yeah, it was. So
I told you to let me know when you want.
It was funny though, but they came up. But that was one of my best friends, and I was talking so much shit to
made
him
it all the
whole
more fun.
fucking game, dude. I did because I not only
Think of who one of my best friends were growing up. A one Jay Swish Mata.
Yeah.
You want to talk about battles, bro? Like we would literally be fisting,
Dude,
like,
how many
literally
times-
hand to fist with each
I'm
other.
pretty
and
sure Mata,
then
Mata
they-
punched me in the face.
That's what I'm saying.
In a pickup game.
That's what I'm saying. And then we finish the game, be like, Braga.
Because we didn't. Yeah, because we didn't want to lose.
Yeah.
Like we just there and me, I hate losing. There's
I'm a sore loser.
there is like
Wow,
there is
so the three of us hate to lose. No fucking way.
No, but there are people that are not sore losers.
no
like
way.
people can accept losing. I can't.
no.
Yeah, the guys in
it
the
like,
NBA
It like
apparently.
ruins my mood.
Facts.
Listen, I lose in a video game and it ruins my mood. Never mind a fucking real life battle.
Smallwood used to make fun of me because Small would always be like, Joey's the worst loser I've ever seen. He'd be doing a crossword puzzle and be like, I swear to God, if I can't get 5-letter word for fucking independence, I'm gonna slam
And
this
then all of a
shit.
sudden, like this, you see free.
And then and like, but that was true. Like, there's two things I hate in life: losing and the Patriots, in that order. Other than that, like, I can pretty much stomach anything else.
How
Like,
about the Red
you know,
Sox?
did John Henry die yet?
Almost.
Okay, they're still number 3 then.
But LeBron bought into them.
Don't listen, man. I'm doing a really good job separating the art from the artist. Okay, don't drag LeBron into this, please. Okay.
LeBron. Oh, Cole got you. Thing you hate most: losing to baby legs.
First of all, didn't lose. Never happened.
Cole, you are my fucking hero
I know.
right now.
By the way, if anybody's listened to the show as long as you have and knows this story, I commend you. But I have to meet this man in real life.
What, baby legs?
This man with baby
Oh,
legs.
he's a shell of himself now. Now he's all like beefy and still baby
Dude, it's
legs.
been like a year and a half.
Nah, it's been like 3-4
Is
years
he corpulent baby legs now?
Mm.
Nice.
This is man in like an old folks home, like
Yeah,
in a
what do you mean?
wheelchair?
What do you mean this was last year, bro? Last year was COVID. There was no
I said a
softball.
year and a half ago.
This is like 2 years
No,
ago.
this was like almost 3
3
years,
years ago now.
Yeah, yeah. Because we played
Jake
a whole
the Snake was still playing with us.
we played a whole year without him. Then we had no playing at all.
We talk about this story so much, it feels like it was a year and a half ago.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
even Ben's chiming in. I love it. I love it.
It's look the
This summer,
listen, that's Joey's most hated thing.
the
ever.
facts get skewed a lot.
Here we fucking go.
no,
in that
no,
story,
no. This
but-
summer we're
We're
doing
doing the
like,
combine?
No, we're doing the row one
All right, well,
race
you
shit
gonna
like that. Where Joey was like, oh, I beat everybody in a race, and I'm like, ain't gonna happen.
Guy, can you let me heal a little bit? Can we do it towards the end of the summer?
Of course.
All right, good.
Take all the time you want.
I have one speed now. Like I just go like
slow.
yeah. It's just
So he's already admitting defeat.
I just don't run anymore.
Oh,
Guy,
okay then.
run. I can't do nothing physical for the past like 5 months.
No, I get that. I mean, but you know, still, my best attribute now is just talking shit and swinging things. That's
Listen,
it.
your best attribute has always been talking shit. Let's be real.
Yeah, well, duh, I mean,
Hence the fucking microphone.
also yes. I mean, look, Tink is in the chat. Tink, am I not the best shit talker in this league? I mean,
Better yet, Tink, did he not lose the fucking race?
I literally Tink wasn't there. He wouldn't know.
Tink was
I
there.
literally got a kid. I almost got a kid killed because he pulled down his pants and showed his ass to like Albie's niece and nephew. I thought Albie was going to stab him right there. And then he almost got thrown out of the league. And then he actually got cut from his team. I shit talked the kid so hard his own team cut him.
Hey, Cole, we need to figure out a way how to get Joey to race somebody, but it has to be like a formidable opponent because I'm gonna play the Yokozuna theme song when he pulls into the parking lot.
Wait, you're going to play the what?
Hit it. Oh, we can all hear it.
This needs to be my walk-up music at softball. Can we do that, Cole? Can we have walk-up music at Buttonwood?
Of course, we were talking about it last week with the fucking.
Just bring one of those like
All right, so
independent Bluetooths.
so Keith, why don't you just come to softball on Sundays and just DJ?
Okay.
We'll bring like a boombox and an iPod or whatever, and
That's about all I can do right now. This
you know,
fucking
and
moment
you
in
just
time.
sit on the bench and just give everybody their walk-up music.
I'm with it.
All right, that would be fucking fun as hell.
As soon as everybody hears doo doo doo.
But you have to. Someone has to bring salt like in front of him like before he goes at bat.
And then what? The next time do rose petals and play fucking Coming to America?
Yeah,
I mean,
that wouldn't be bad.
I'm with
Well,
it.
you're gonna be the rose bearers.
So
I
why don't we
can't.
do that? Why
What
don't
the
we just
fuck? It's right down
So
the street from
Thomas
us at
is-
Buttonwood.
Oh, I'm busy Sunday mornings.
fuck you? No, you're not.
My
I
ass.
am.
I'm
Bullshit.
playing flag
I'm playing
football.
football.
And being a superstar,
Oh, wait.
laying out for a
All right,
ball,
are
throwing
you-
out my
are you-
shit.
Are you in a league now?
Dude, nobody gives a shit.
no, yeah,
we're
he
talking
is,
about
he
our
is.
old man softball, so let's talk about your flag
Yeah,
football.
yeah,
for a
yeah. Tell
second,
us,
Jack.
Sean, about this flag football league
It's
you're
just
in.
flag football.
I understand that.
Listen, Sean.
How many-
Sean comes in. He puts on his headband. Right? Gets
No,
all
I'm
going.
bitter as
Hold
shit
on.
right now. That's why. I don't want
Listen,
to fucking
he
talk
puts on
about
his
it.
headband. And you know what his theme music is before he starts his game? If you are what you say you are, a superstar.
As he lays out for a pass and breaks 6 ribs.
I use my wife's like, what's that like sparkle shit you put in your face?
Rouge.
Rouge?
I don't fucking know.
What the fuck is rouge?
Some shit the girls put on their
Yeah,
face.
it's a thing.
I have never heard of rouge in my life.
You'd also never heard of raking a forest before either. You thought like elves came out and did it. So
First of all, I was like, who the fuck is raking a forest? And Joey was like, yo, everyone. And I'm like, I ain't never heard
Sean,
anybody raking a forest.
it's called forest management, Sean. Look it up. It's in a book, okay?
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, I wonder what's going on with the forest. Let me go see if they rake. Oh, they do.
There's moose.
I just always thought that was common knowledge.
Okay, there's
No, I
moose.
have fucking no idea.
There's moose.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, meese.
Good talk. The meese?
Is moose meese?
No, it's moose.
It's just mooses?
Meese is like mice.
Yeah, I know, but
No,
like
it's moose.
if it is moose,
Moose
plural
and moose is plural and single.
But shouldn't it be moose?
Like, hey, there's plenty
shouldn't
of
it at
moose.
least be like
Like
mooses?
there's a lot of moose out there.
Yeah, I know.
That
Like,
means there's
I
multiple.
know you're right,
You'd be
but
like,
I'm just
hey,
saying.
look at that fucking moose.
Don't you think that's like? Doesn't that just feel like a missed opportunity though? Like
No.
I feel like mooses is more fun to say.
Mooses is fucking retarded.
The mooses is loses.
The moose, exactly, Sean. Thank you. The mooses is looses.
I'm gonna pull a Sean.
That's fine. Leave it.
And that noise was me yeeting my microphone.
Or it could be look at this herd of meese. I don't know. I just think meese would be.
Look at the meese.
Look at the meese.
Oh, like stinky nigga about to jump on your head.
Hey, careful, man.
Gee,
We're
he
live.
can say that.
Can say it.
No.
He's bro. Dude, he's
right up
docked
there.
us.
Facebook is
buggy.
like,
Yeah, we've been on for way too long for that.
No, Facebook doesn't care. Facebook's gonna be like.
Listen now, if Lauren walked through the door, maybe.
Facebook's gonna be like complexion check on the infringing party.
Fact check it.
All done.
It's
Good.
there. Like Prego. It's in there. All right, moving along.
Okay, anyway, what were we getting to after this? There's a whole something we were supposed to be getting to. Oh, the Celtics, Kyrie, everybody's
We already
bitches.
finished that.
No one, everyone should hate each other.
We were going to get to NFL talk.
No, they're all
well,
bitches. No.
The last thing we have to do is just Trae Young.
Yeah, so we're going to do the
Oh, my
trade.
God. We forgot about Trae Young.
I didn't.
Well, no, we didn't forget about Trae.
What
You were just ready to jump right into the NFL, which
because I'm fucking tired
there's-
of basketball.
honestly, there's fucking nothing going on right now in the NFL. Again, it's 9:24 p.m. on, fucking June 1st. And
Come on, let this be Cole talking about the race.
Aaron Rodgers still isn't a fucking Bronco, for fuck's sake. Joey Fats Radio, row one, seat one. Who's this?
What's up, buddy?
Oh, what up?
What's up?
What's up?
I hope I'm not late and off topic, but
No,
First of all,
Never.
Cole, I don't know if you ever listened to the show. There's no such
There's
thing
never
as
off topic.
either of those.
Yeah, because we
since
start
we were
late.
talking about Joey being the best shit talker and having some of the best moments in softball. Let's not forget the day he picked a fight with the old man on the balcony.
Oh, hell fucking yeah. Hell, wait, hold on. Cole, let's get the whole preface on this, all right?
Oh, I've heard this
All
story.
right, so look, the best part about it is Joey is going up to bat, right? Having a horrible game at the plate. So Cole looks at him in the face. He goes, hey, way to look at one. Why don't you fucking take a pitch? Yo, pitch comes in, dead center of the plate. Joey goes, that's why I don't fucking take a pitch, right? Next pitch comes, hey, it's short as all fuck. Joey lunges and swings and has the biggest whiff I've ever seen in my life.
No. This is the one. No, this is the one where the where the ball hit on the back of the plate, and Bobby called it a strike, and it wasn't. And Bobby, it was pissed, and I flung the bat.
Yeah, you flung the bat.
And Bobby,
You threw the bat through
and
the
then Bobby
backstop.
was,
Yeah.
and then Bobby was like, he's like, do that again, and I'm throwing you out. And I was like,
I'm gonna throw myself
I was
out.
like, I'll throw myself out. Like, don't. I was like, please don't eject me from my free softball league.
Hey, so now there's this old man that's on his balcony. Mind you, the week before, he was handing out beers and drinking with us. Right,
Yep.
Cole?
Yeah,
Right?
yep.
The dude goes, hey, guy, why don't you calm down over there and shut up a little bit? Fucking bear just wakes up in Joey. Dude, I don't even know if there was English coming out of his mouth. It was just foam and spit with his hand pointing up in the air.
That was pretty funny. That was not one of my favorite
Too,
ones.
like, why don't you shut the fuck up before I come up there?
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
to him.
And all of us are like, yo, Joey, chill out, bro. Like, we're trying to play here next
Having
year.
his morning cigarette and coffee.
He's having his morning
It
cigarette.
really was, dude.
And Joey's ready to fucking fling a bat at the dude.
I was ready to fucking take one. If I could have hit a ball that day, I would have thrown one up with my left hand and fucking belted one up in his fucking
Guys
patio.
fresh out the tubby and watching softball.
Yeah. He's probably sitting there like, I wonder if I can get a beer from these kids. Oh, not today.
Sorry if I messed up the flow of the
Oh,
show.
no, there's no messing up the
that
flow.
was a good one.
But Cole, since you're on,
Yeah.
While we got you here,
you know,
What's up?
Joey still to this day is in some fucking denial
Hey, dude, it's unreal.
about this
It's like
baby
he-
legs race.
It's like he blacked out.
Yeah,
It's
well,
almost like
I mean,
he
he blacked
blacked
out at the starting line because he couldn't get out of the fucking hole.
Hey, maybe that happened.
It's
I mean,
like it's just, I don't get it, Joey. Like
maybe
you're
I
one that's been
blacked
pretty
out
honest,
because all the
you know.
blood was rushing to my feet that were moving faster than baby legs,
I was gonna say his dick.
which is why I won the race. So
Dog,
you know,
Joey definitely blacked out. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm
Joey,
gonna lose."
all right, let's put it this way, Joey. You won the race if it was 20 feet after the finish line.
Right.
All right.
Right.
no, I won the race in the grass straight
But
up.
then the race was to the fucking bag.
But there was no line at the bag. There was no line. We were too far
Sean,
off.
Sean,
we were running
listen,
between first
no,
and
I
second.
understand.
We play with two bags.
I
There's a
know.
red one and a regular one,
I
right?
know.
They were each on one side of the line.
Yes.
No, we weren't. We were way in the middle, dude. We started like halfway at the third baseline.
They started in center field.
No.
Third baseline? It was from
baseline.
home
Started
plate
at
to
home
first
plate.
base.
No.
Wow,
Home
Joey,
plate
yes,
to
you did.
first
No,
base.
Home plate to first base.
Cole.
Home plate to first base.
Listen.
We were right on the first base bench side.
Yes.
The race that Ocho proposed, which I definitely would have won, is if we both started at home. One of us ran to first, one of us ran to third, and we
Yeah, well,
circled the
that's- yeah,
bases and
but
got back
that's
to
not
home.
what happened,
Right, but
though.
that-
That's
then
not
what we
happened.
We
said-
decided, me and Baby Legs agreed. First base. No, I said grass. Okay, because the grass was a physical barrier.
No.
It was a spoken agreement against
Cole.
me between me and Baby
Joey, he
Legs.
was still ahead of you by 5 feet, dude.
No, he wasn't. Not to
Cole.
the grass, he wasn't.
Cole.
Dude, Joey.
Cole.
I love you to death, man, but
Listen, bro.
Let's be honest. Hold on. Shut
Sponsor
your
this event
mouth.
like
wish
a
Jake-
fucking
I
fake
wish-
Logan Paul situation.
I wish.
Oh my God.
I wish Jake the Snake was here because Jake the Snake was
Dude,
the only
Jake
one
is
that was
probably
like.
half in the bag.
Listen,
Well,
Jake,
so was
no.
I. What the
Cole,
fuck's the
Cole, let's
difference?
be real. You want to know what that was for Jake right there? That was Jake giving Joey just one little piece of dignity. Like, yeah, man. Everybody else is wrong. You're right.
It
You won.
wasn't
You
even
won.
close, though, Joey. I'm sorry.
Listen, all of us on the bench
It was close.
said he could beat you to first base, Joey. Way to fucking
Joey, you
run
don't
that out.
remember us jumping off the bench and screaming like that he beat you? Like,
Well, yeah, but then even if I roasted him by 12 car lengths, everybody was going to claim he beat me.
No. If you would have
It was-
beat him,
it
we
didn't
would have been
matter.
like,
No,
all right,
yeah, because
well,
that's-
he shut us up.
It doesn't matter. No, because that's
Yeah,
not a good.
yeah.
That's not a good
Yeah,
story.
we would've just all went
Me
to our
beating
cars
Baby
and
Legs
drove
is
off
like,
and
oh,
leave.
okay.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Why you
Cole,
pick-
you're right.
It's like, oh, you're picking on the kid named Baby Legs. Oh,
No, you see
okay.
what Cole
let's just
said?
put it this way. Did you see a post that Joey won that race?
No,
You
No,
cannot
because
find a post.
unfortunately, Jake the Snake is not on Facebook.
but his wife is, and she was there.
I don't think she was there that day.
She used to always come
I
to
know
the
for a
sometime.
fact if you win that race,
She
it's
might have
all
been
over social.
Correct.
Well, no, I mean,
And we're all tagged in it.
I'm just saying I didn't lose.
Dog, I'm telling you right now. Everybody
didn't
that was
lose.
on that field, that was on our squad, that was on that fucking bench,
That wanted Baby Legs to
saw
win in the
you-
worst way.
Dude, no, man. We all said home to first. I'm glad in Joey's mind that was home to grass because you run to the grass when you go into first base now.
Well, because the grass is a physical barrier. It's something
I don't
easy
know
to
the
Do you
see.
even remember why you raced him?
Yes.
Probably because I was talking shit.
No. You want to know why you raced him? Because we were talking shit to you because you would never fucking run to first base.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, you're so slow, Baby Legs could beat you. You're like, no, he fucking can't.
Oh, and he didn't.
And he did.
No, he didn't.
And he did.
What is Ting talking about Williamsport? What's that?
Oh, that was a different joke. That was Ocho's kid there.
Oh, what? Tyler?
Trader, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Fucking Benedict
he's fast.
Arnold.
Look, even Ben's on there saying he's seen it.
Of course, Ben's gonna say he's sorry. Of course he is.
Hey, Joey, I'll see you Sunday, all right?
Yeah, all right, bro. I'll be at Buttonwood by myself.
I'll be there with the theme music, Cole. You know what the theme music's gonna be?
I'm gonna be like Daniel Snyder in that fucking South Park episode, going up against the Redskins, going against the Redskins against the Cowboys. I'm actually kind of bummed we're not playing on Sunday. I was actually very much looking forward
Dude,
to
I
it
didn't
this
even
week.
think about it. Then when I went back and checked the schedule, I was hoping and praying we had like an 8:30 or early game. And there was nope, we got the 4 o'clock.
Well, if we can throw together like some scrappy squad or just anybody who will play,
Dude, but
I'll
there's like
be there.
literally like 12 of us that are going.
Right, but I mean, say we can get like a bunch of subs for 1 week. Like I don't want to be like playoff eligible, but we can still go get the win, right?
I mean, if we can try, but
All right. Well, if you can throw something together, I'll be there,
Hold on.
and I'll be there with
Let me
beers.
just say this. There's 25 people on the team. Every week it seems like we're scrapping for 10.
I know.
I know this is true. This is true.
25 people on the team.
And every
Yeah.
week we're scrapping for 10.
25 people technically on the roster. Yeah.
Well,
What
look,
the
all right, 20,
fuck?
24 because I'm a handicap, so like, you know.
I'm
And,
throwing the ball underhand from right field.
Cole, let me know. I'll just remind me to Venmo you the money for the jerseys too.
Yes, actually, I got to do that as
You
well.
already did that, didn't you?
I did. Did I? I might
think
have.
so.
You should have just allowed.
Double check.
Anytime now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
Okay.
Because I got a list of people who haven't left. I'm going to order them in like a week or two.
Word.
Once I
I'm
get
looking. I'm
everything.
looking forward to it because I actually found my TPS hat.
Oh,
from
I still
last
have my
year.
TPS, all my TPS shit.
Well, I was just digging through my closet today because I was looking for. Mark came up from Florida and he brought me a fucking sweet University of Miami golf shirt.
Nice.
So I'm like, Dude, where's my
What are you
universal?
going to wear this Sunday that you're not going to?
Fuck you. Listen, if I could have gotten 4 people to play, I would have. But Keith was like, I can't. My back's fucked. And my other buddies that I usually play tournaments with, my brother's working this weekend. And
wait, it's the same tournament?
It's
I told you to put me in.
Coles, you and me and who else? It's me, a cripple, and
Sean.
That's it. You mean to tell me we can't get Sean? We can barely get Sean to commit to like coming out to like fucking like pay like $20 to eat, let alone $100 for a golf
Yeah,
tournament.
Sean's got to come to one of the games. He's got to come to one
Shut
of
up,
the
Sean.
games.
The fuck do I get asked out to eat?
No, look, if we can get 4 people, I'm down. I've been talking to my physical therapist.
I know my brother will definitely
whole
play.
time like this.
All right, well, there's 3
I'm
of us.
shooting for the 6. Like that's what I've been shooting for this whole time.
All right, well, even my father, I think, was going to play too.
Whoa. Dougie Fresh is down?
Dougie Fresh.
Wow.
Oh, well, this puts a whole new paint job on things, sir. Yeah. Well, if you can listen, you shoot them a message, you shoot me a message, we'll coordinate. And
I'm down. I might not be able to play the whole thing, but I'll give you whatever I can.
Whatever, bro. I'll just bring the birdie juice. I've been dying to play Swansea anyway, so.
Nice.
Good course.
Word.
Tristan's over here
What about
dying
No
watching
Nips?
the
No
stream.
Nips, you down?
Yeah, we could get beefy tits.
He's not allowed to drive.
Yeah,
He is not
there you
allowed
go.
to drive.
Get him out of the house.
He is not allowed to drive. Last time I played golf with him and he drove the car, he almost broke my leg.
Yeah, it's kind of par for the course, no pun
Ben's
intended.
still using those Monopoly get out of jail free cards, poor guy.
Yeah, but he can't pass go and collect $200.
Yeah, nope. No, that goes to his kids' haircuts.
And hammer pants.
All right,
I'll let you
cool.
guys go. I'm going to go back to watching the show.
Sounds good, man. We'll talk to you later.
Bye, cool.
All right, later, guys.
Later, brother. It's
Yeah, no, if you can get 4, I'm down.
All right, look.
What about Nicky Bag of Dicks? Him and his brother.
No, I think he's playing something on Sunday. I'll text him when we get off the air.
About it, Matthew.
I'll text him when we get off the air. See if we can slap something together.
Don't him and his brother play all the time?
That's what I said. Get him and his brother.
That's
And
good. I didn't think about that.
They usually hit me up to play on Sundays because he works Monday through Friday, which is
And Sunday's my one guaranteed day off of the week.
Sunday's the one day I usually don't play golf. Ironically enough, I got
you have
2
softball.
more tournaments coming up in June. I got one on a
What's
Monday.
the other one that we're doing?
I have Samantha's father's.
Yeah, when is that?
That's
the one
the
that I'm talking
14th.
about. So that's next weekend?
I'm playing that one with my brother Ryan and Ryan.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have you in my foursome for that one.
All right.
Did you have a foursome for that one?
No, remember I said way back when I said that row 1 would do something.
Oh,
And you're like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we would sponsor it. So no, that was Shadice's.
No, that was Sam's.
No, Sam's just came up like a couple weeks ago.
No, Sam's actually put a promo for it like 3 months ago, and I tagged us in it.
Oh,
and then a
maybe.
couple weeks ago, she reminded everybody.
Well, we kind of
screwed the pooch on that one again.
Nikki's on vacation, so I don't know if I can get snowballs made up in time, you know, in that close of a period. Hopefully I can get something done for Shadice's tournament, but even then, that's looking like it might be a little. That's June 30th. That's a Wednesday.
Man, that's 29 days away. Holy shit. That seems like so far away, but it's like so close.
It's like
Jesus
right
Christ.
around it's not even the 4th of
looks
July
like,
yet.
Looks like this is my one chance at this weekend's tournament to play.
Well,
Not necessarily. You could probably always get in Shadice's, dude. You just got to get another foursome. I don't even know if we have a foursome for Shadice's.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of people that
I
play
got to circle
golf.
back because my brother's supposed to play that one with me, but he's going to be transferring to my work, so he doesn't even know if he's going to have the day off. I think Nick is supposed to be the other one.
I mean, I can get the day off. It's plenty of time.
He's not. I don't even know if he's sure he's going to be able to get the day off anymore.
I can get the
I might just grab my buddy Kyle and Drew from work as ringers and just go and just like ride their coattails to an easy W because that would just be fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Sounds like cheating.
Because, listen, playing with my buddy Drew is legitimately cheating.
I mean, I could probably get my boy Brent. He's really good at work, and I could probably get him.
If I could get Drew's brother, Kyle, and then me, I could literally
look, just like that, I get the shaft again. You're supposed to be that dude on the couch.
I'm just saying I could literally sit in the
couch.
I could sit in the cart the entire day and just hand out nips, and we would win by probably 5
Well, that's
strokes.
a challenge. Now I think I have to get my own ringer team. And
He's
be
like,
hey,
oh.
Joey, eat a dick.
He's like, look at these guys I got, and Keith crossed out.
He's like, oh yeah, you could totally play that one.
I mean,
Actually,
look, in my defense, Keith has been on the DL for the last 2 months. I don't even know if he can swing a club.
Keith is a player coming back. Keith's like, I think I
3
can
months.
go. Cross out.
February, bro.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're just proving my point further.
Yeah, I know,
is what
but
I'm getting
the
at.
whole time I had these dates circled. I was like, look, I got golf tournaments in June. I need to be able to swing a club by June.
Listen, I broke my best score today, okay? I'm feeling pretty good, so I might actually be able to hold my own now.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
You know what they say? I'm not gonna be able to swing as hard. Probably gonna shoot the best golf I've ever shot in my life.
Dude, that's how it always goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Trae Young, what's going on about him?
Trae Young.
What? No, this was fun. This was a lot of fun. This was a good conversation.
Thank you, Cole.
It was fine.
This was
And
fun
then it's
because
it's
now we're
to
just
go
talking
down-
about golf.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a long rabbit hole.
well, golf is a lot of fun, dude.
I want Sean on the course.
See, Sean,
Because I would get so frustrated that
That's the
I would
whole point.
fucking quit
we
by like
need
the
to go
fifth
out.
hole.
No, look,
we
let's
need
go
to go
the
out. The
driving
three
range.
of us.
Let's go to the driving
Fine.
range. and
When,
let you
when I'm
fucking-
done with football in about 7 weeks,
What the fuck?
it's like 8 or 9 weeks, including playoffs.
So because you play football on a Sunday, there's no other time you can hit a driving range or a golf course.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I
Right,
thought,
well, then what
I thought
the
you
fuck?
always said Sundays.
What the fuck?
fuck.
Joey just said Sunday's the one day he doesn't play golf.
Who is this guy? Who is he even here?
Are we talking
I
about
thought I was
Sundays,
the one
though?
that was sleeping.
I don't know. Golf I 2 now. I'm like,
Yeah, you can hit a driving
No,
range any
see-
fucking day of the week.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
driving range
Here's what,
anytime.
here's what I want you to do. All right, it's June 1st right now. I want you to go to the driving range, and on July 1st, somewhere in the first week of July, around the 4th of July, that because the 4th of July is on a Sunday.
go on.
Somewhere in that first week of July, we're gonna play 18 holes of golf. And
Oh, my
we'll play at a
fucking
Acushnet.
God.
I want you to go learn how to swing a club and get ready and be ready for the first
I'm
week of
not
July.
buying
I'm giving you a
clubs.
month. You don't have
could
to buy
use
a
my
club. You can
clubs.
take mine.
Okay.
I got
We'll
clubs.
figure it out.
Yeah, I'll get you clubs.
Figure it
It's I will. But I want you, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna film the whole thing. We're gonna have a film crew come in a cart, and they're
Dude,
gonna
I'm
film
gonna be in
everything.
such a bad
Cole, you're an
fucking mood.
honorary guest member to this
I'm
day.
a-
You
I'm
could
gonna
be our fourth.
I'm gonna be in such a bad
Cole's our
goddamn
fourth.
mood.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be like, Joey's gonna be like,
All right,
"Ah."
Cole, you hear this? You're our fourth.
Joey's gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna swing. Oh, a cool 93 crisp. And I'm gonna be like this, 128. Get the fuck out of here. I'm just be so pissed off by that time we get to the 18th hole.
Now you'll hate swinging with Joey because Joey's like, oh, I'm gonna use my pitching wedge and hit it like 150 yards. I'm like, dude, eat a dick. all
Yeah,
right?
I did that today too. It was kind of funny. PJ was all mad at me because I hit a 7-iron out of the rough from like a $185 into the wind, and he's like, "Nah, dude." Like he hit like a 4-iron or a 5-iron, and like it just came up short. He's like, "Nah, you're gonna come up short," and I was like, "No, I'm not." Pin fucking high, dude, like right there, and I was just like, "Chutch."
Good at.
And he's like, "How the fuck do you do that?" And I'm like, "Just swing."
Yeah, I'd be with Paul. I'd be using like a 4 or a 5.
Yeah, yeah. So it was.
That's how.
But anyway, so that's our challenge. The beginning of July, I want you to learn how to swing a
First
club.
week of July?
Yeah,
Okay.
first week of July. We're going to take
What-
Sean out for 18 holes. His first
What
time.
days do you guys go? Like, what day?
Any day. I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off every week.
What the fuck?
Okay, thanks, Rey Mysterio.
That wasn't what it was supposed to be.
All right. Trae Young?
Oh my god.
Okay, was that Kofi Kingston's first music? When he's like playing a Jamaican dude?
Apparently, it's been playing this whole fucking time.
Okay, yeah, Trae Young.
Trae Young? Trae Young. All right, Trae Young. Let's.
So, as we talk about race and how players react poorly to crowds, all right. No, not yet. Pause it. As we react poorly to crowds,
Not now, Yokozuna.
we're going to transition over to an athlete who uses it to his advantage and thrives
Oh yes.
in it. I mean, some of the shit that was happening to them was like fucked up. Like, we'll see one of the videos was totally
So this
fucked
is
up.
the one that's fucked up. So popcorn getting tossed in a player.
That's one thing.
All right, kind of like it's fucking stupid. You shouldn't do it. But like whatever. Like it's kind of comes with the territory of being like an athlete. Like it happens. A water bottle, a little more
Sus.
stupid. I'm not really down with that because that could actually hit somebody in the eye and like fuck somebody, like hurt somebody, whatever.
Breaking. AD out tonight.
Yeah, I knew that. I figured that.
Yeah, we said,
Like I
think
said,
we
I said that
show.
before the show. I figured he wasn't going to be playing.
Well, now he's not.
Yep. So it's but LeBron already said I'm ready to take on whatever challenge I got to take on.
Even though he ain't 100%.
So you know what that means is he's gonna be like, I went out there and I put up a 40-point triple-double with a broken ankle and we won because I'm LeBron James.
Well, I'm the greatest player in the world.
And I'm the best.
He falls down Space Jam 2.
And he might be the best of all time and he might be the greatest. However, he is a tremendous dickbag. But that being said,
He is Guy Ledouche.
popcorn, water bottle, nah, I ain't cool with that.
Fucked up.
This would warrant a response from me.
And
You
there's
would-
a, there's, a
Let's go to the
great
tape.
thing, there's a great thing in this tape.
So I don't know if anybody caught that. I'll play it
So
again.
now, if you see the woman directly behind him flinches.
No,
Who's-
in front.
and
In
Who's
front of
that's
him.
what 50 Cent's girl?
Now,
Yeah.
I was gonna say the person to the left of that woman is 50 Cent. Homeboy, whoever
Watch-
spit that loogie is lucky 50 Cent didn't turn around
Watch
and
it
beat
one
the
more
fuck
time.
out of that dude.
I wish I had slow motion like Chappelle's show.
Oh, true.
Let's see that again. Slow motion.
Shit.
Boom, boom. Just like the backflip. Like yeah, whatever. All right, here we go. Play.
Knicks were up 1 when Derrick Rose went to the bench. They went +9.
That man just fucking spit on Trae Young.
On his shoulder.
That man just spit on Trae Young.
I don't think it hit his shoulder. I think it hit like his shorts or something, but still.
Where you are.
You don't spit on someone.
As a man, if you spit on me, we're fighting. Like, I don't give a shit if you're fucking 6'9".
And that's what I'm saying. Like
500 pounds.
Did that dude who spit not realize?
And you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, dude. We are fighting.
What if that landed on 50? What if that got on 50's girl? You know, like 50 Cent was going to turn around and fucking bang that dude out?
Yeah, probably.
Or he was probably just going to be like, yeah.
Have this man killed.
Yeah, behind me to the left. Yep. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, mark him. Thanks. I
Falls
don't know.
down.
I think the hood would come out in 50 real quick.
That's because they haven't met the apes. I mean, it's just like that's how these guys roll now. Like, they don't have to do their own dirty work anymore.
This is true.
But that right there,
that's bullshit.
that to me is fucking beyond. Like, that
Hey,
is
wait a minute.
so
That
beyond
wasn't,
disrespectful.
That wasn't in Boston. Shouldn't that have been in Boston?
Actually, it was because Boston was spelled Newyyork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So weird.
It's so weird how
And then-
it's so weird how nobody talks about a black man being spit on as racist.
Mm-hmm.
But Kyrie's like, well, you know what they say up
And
there.
I'll be honest.
You know.
Like, I give.
No, Kyrie, I don't know. What do they say?
I've given Trae Young.
You know.
That's his own hometown.
I've given Trae Young so much more in this playoff series than I did going into it.
Trae Young is a consummate professional. The fact that
Not
he
even
did
the fact that he's a consummate professional. Dude, my boy has got it. People been which will show
loves it.
We'll show the next video.
So this is how it would have looked if somebody had spit on me. This is what it would have ended up looking like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but then guess what? And here comes Keith in the background. Jermaine O'Neal with the Superman punch.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, my boy's neck flobbles like a chicken. It's like, oh.
That video never gets old.
Jermaine O'Neal and Steven Jackson landed more punches than Ron Artest, but Ron Artest gets all the credit for that, which is awesome.
That right hand that Jackson just, dude, like.
Listen, that was the day.
That is a He-Man punch.
I was always a Ron Artest fan up to that point.
Yeah, that was
the day Ron Artest went to number 2 below Kobe.
So, and like I was saying with Trae Young's endured some shit from these New York fans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have another video that you could play.
I do?
You do. Sean
Sure
sent
do.
it. So, Trae Young.
Which one was it?
The one that's chanting.
I didn't get that one.
It should be on WhatsApp, but go ahead, find it.
Yeah, no, remember we said we were going to play that one because you can't really hear it anyway.
Of course you
so
can.
yeah,
No, you can't hear it. It doesn't come over.
But basically, they were chanting at Trae Young, if you don't mind me saying, "Fuck Trae Young" over and over and over and over again as he was going to inbound
And
inbound the ball.
what did he do?
Smiled.
After the game, he just kept on going like this, like, "Give me more."
Yes,
give me more.
Because
give me more.
because that man gets it. That's a man that thrives off of the
And
anger
my
of the
boy
crowd
has
and
taken
balls
that
out.
and balled out.
Dude, and what was the other thing?
The Falcons are they what 3-1 now?
They're 3-1.
They're going to the next round.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks were panting out chants to say to him before the game. Did you see the chants that were left on the seat? Tonight we're chanting, "Trae Young's bald." And then, like, they did it, but, like, it didn't faze him at all. And then when he went back to Atlanta, he's, like, pulling on his hair. He's like, I got hair. And he's, like, picking on himself. It was like, it's funny. Like,
But, again, he takes it for what it is.
Turns it into
and
motivation.
uses it and fucks you up.
Sure does.
But that's because Trae
Like, you
Young
know
is
why? He said, and
professional.
he was like, and I took it personally.
I took it personally.
And I took that as offense.
And he's probably going to win. What's that series right now? Is it
3-1.
3-1.
3-1 Atlanta?
Oh, yeah.
Atlanta's a 3-1 in the
Julius Randle being like a big fraud.
Dude.
My boy looks trash. He's
Atlanta-
shooting like 18% from the field.
Dude, when the Atlanta fans are chanting, "You're overrated," and it's affecting you,
You're
something's
probably
not right.
you're probably overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's
He,
pretty
and
rough.
you know what? I'll give him. He had a great season, but boy, when Derrick Rose at 33 years old is the best player on your team, that's not a good look, New York. That
Derrick
is not
Rose
a good
looks
look.
like an old 33. He looks like he's about 40.
My boy's had 7 knees.
Well, maybe 17 knees.
I mean, I love Derrick Rose.
I love D. Rose.
I love the fact that D. Rose is somehow pulled this off this late in his career. Like, has pulled the Knicks like up from the depths and made them at least relevant into June. I give Derrick Rose all the props in the world for that, because this is a guy that we thought was going to be one of the elite players in the league for a very long time to come, and just got snake bitten by injury after injury after injury after injury after injury.
Knees, man, those knees. Were
And it was just, it was sad. It really was, because he was a phenomenal talent. I mean, that 09-10
Oh, dude, the
area
2
when-
years that he played in Chicago, he fucking lit it. I mean, they won the MVP that year.
He was
but
disgustingly good.
He fucking lit it up, dude. Like, you could not stop Derrick Rose, and he was a point guard.
Facts.
Like, he was above the rim. He wasn't really shooting the ball much. It was all drive and goes. Like, there wasn't – if he shot, it was because he had to. It wasn't because he wanted to. You know
Of
what I'm
course.
saying?
And it was one of the really sad things. So I give Derrick Rose all the props in the world.
Absolutely.
I didn't expect the Knicks to be here at this point in the
No,
season
they
anyway.
played
Not even Knicks fans
dude,
did.
They played really good this
They
year.
played out of their mind, dude.
Yeah.
So you know what? Let's not let this 3-1 drubbing and the shit talking take away from what the Knicks did this season,
Well,
because
think about it
what they did was really cool.
Well, you got-
And if you're a Knicks fan, you have every reason to be proud. Unless you're that Knicks fan that spit at Trae Young, in
And
which
you're a
case
piece of shit.
I really hope you fucking wrap your car around a telephone pole on the way home, because that's kind of the piece of shit that you are. That, like, I wouldn't do that to anybody.
No.
Unless I was willing to take it to the grave. Like, you and I, we're fighting. One of us isn't walking out. Period. That's the only time you spit at a man or on a man, whatever. I've done it one time in my life. I don't regret it. He had it coming. That being said,
was it loogie or mucus?
no, it wasn't a lose. It was just straight disrespect. And then I scaled the fence and we fought, and I walked away, and he didn't.
Sweet.
He didn't die, but whatever.
Joey killed a man.
It was in the parking lot of Gillette Stadium, okay? I was coming out the heels of heaving a fucking propane tank like 400 yards and hitting some chick in the head, but whatever.
What the fuck?
Long
So he
story.
killed a man?
I know.
Funny
Long
story. Funny story. Again, me not being the aggressor was not the aggressor
So,
in any of these situations.
Trae Young balling out. Going to move on to the second round. The Celtics are
Dunsky.
7 minutes away from being eliminated.
All right.
Lakers kind of need to win tonight.
This is a big game. This is
Listen,
a big
it's
game.
2-2.
This is big for LeBron. All right. So I'm going to put this to you guys for a minute, right? 'Cause I want you guys to talk about the Lakers because I got to make another drink.
Oh my god.
And, well, look, I came very ill prepared tonight.
Wow, really? Because we woke you up as we got here?
Yeah, you woke me up fucking
Yeah.
10 minutes before you were supposed to be on the air. And I was like, fuck, what time is it? So I'm going to go make a drink. You guys talk about the Lakers and what you think needs to happen tonight in order for them to keep their playoff hopes alive, or if you think they're going to lose, whatever. I'll be right back. Then we're going to get into some NFL shit because
More NBA.
there's some pretty breaking news in the NFL just now.
No.
No one's moving yet, but there are tidbits. There are tidbits.
tiddlywinks.
We're just gonna sprinkle a little Big L on top and see what you got.
Nope.
See what you got. Okay, you guys talk about the Lakers. Hold on.
So Keith, you want to go first?
Speak about my Lakers.
Go ahead.
Speak about Royals.
I don't know. It just seems like now we know that AD isn't playing tonight. Kind of signals like a possible potential loss right there for me all of a sudden. Because you're going to basically rely on LeBron to do everything. Can he? Sure.
Well, I mean, they still got Andre Drummond, so like they still have a big that they can rely on. The difference between Andre Drummond and
It's
AD,
a huge drop off.
Yeah, Andre Drummond doesn't shoot outside of 12 feet.
No.
AD can hang around the three-point line and make you guard him. I honestly think, in as much as I know Chris Paul fucks up in the playoffs, I think tonight is the Suns' game to lose, not the Lakers' game to win.
I agree with that statement because I think the Suns are just going to win the series, to be completely honest with
I
you.
mean, I kind of like the Suns going into it, but
we can get AD. You can get AD back for the next game, but I think it's over.
if the
I think
Lakers
whoever wins
if
this
the
game-
Lakers lose tonight, it's done.
If whoever wins this game wins the series. That's what it is to me. If the Lakers win,
Okay.
I don't see them losing the series because they'll get AD back. But if the Suns win, I think the Suns are winning the series, and that's the end of the Lakers.
I mean, look, the Suns were the number 1 seed.
Were they the
two,
number 1
no,
seed?
number 2 seed. Sorry, number 2
Number
seed.
1 seed was
The Jazz.
Yes, and the
So-
Jazz have their own shit going on.
No, the Jazz are fine now. They got Mitchell back. They're good.
Oh, are they?
They lost the first game against the Grizzlies.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't watched.
Mitchell
I haven't
Mitchell
watched
didn't play. Mitchell's
shit,
played.
nothing
They've
of
won
Jazz.
2 in a row, 3 in a row.
See, I haven't watched anything
So
of Jazz.
the Jazz are moving on. I think coming into this, the Suns. I said it. The Suns had a chance, but I always say, well, Chris Paul plays for them, so
Well, I know Chris Paul is like
and
a
what
snake
happened?
bitten playoff guy.
And what happened? Second game of the series, Chris Paul's got a shoulder injury.
Wow, Chris Paul getting injured in the playoffs. Never seen that before.
Lakers win the game. Next game he comes back. Suns win the game. So if Chris Paul plays 30-something minutes, yeah, okay, they could probably win tonight.
So what happens if Chris Paul gets hurt in the second quarter?
Then the Suns lose.
There we go. It all depends on Chris Paul being injured in the playoffs, which is
Legit.
like the sun rising tomorrow.
Wait, Chris Paul was hurt in the playoffs again? Get out of here.
So you probably heard us as you're walking down the stairs. I think whoever wins this game wins the series. That simple.
Yes, and I heard as I was going down the stairs, too, you guys saying that AD being out, and it's like, well, what? LeBron's got to put the team on his back and do it all himself?
Yeah, he does it most of the time anyway.
Like he's done a billion times before.
But it's more stressful. I get it. And I'm just saying,
And
it's a good Suns team.
It's different. It's a great Suns team compared to what, dude, they won 58 fucking games this year.
Stop it.
Don't say they're not good.
I'm not saying they're not good. Great?
They won 58 games this year.
Knock it off. Great.
It is 58 games.
For this year in the NBA, yes, they're a great team.
No, because, see, the reason why I'm going to disagree with you on that and say, because the measure of the way we measure greatness in the NBA is no longer by wins and losses in the regular season because nobody fucking cares about the regular season anymore. The regular season is a formality for half of these teams.
How about
why do you
this?
think the Lakers?
How
The Lakers
about
were like,
Suns?
we got to fucking do the
You wanna
play-in
know what
game.
the Suns
Whatever.
did? They flipped their record from last year.
I understand
Literally,
that.
they swapped
But
wins and losses.
You've also got to understand. The reason why the regular season is being shit is because right now the Suns are finding themselves in a must-win game 5 situation against a 7 seed. A 7 seed.
Now, if the Lakers didn't get hurt, would they be a 7 seed?
That's what I'm saying, though.
No,
The regular season's a formality. Nobody cares.
Yeah, I know, but
so
guess
I'm
what?
just saying.
But
I'm just disagreeing with your assessment that the Suns are great.
No, I'm going to say
they're
this.
good. They're good. They're a nice little team.
They played great basketball all year long. It transitioned right into the playoffs, and they're still playing the same basketball. That's a good to great team.
And if AD doesn't get hurt in the fucking right at the end of the first half the other night, this is a 3-1 series, and the Lakers are walking away with it
like
tonight.
you say the same thing. Chris Paul didn't hurt his shoulder.
Chris Paul, I don't. No, please. I'm seriously. I'm not even. We're not putting AD and Chris Paul on the same level in terms of
but I'm
importance
saying
or relevance.
on the team. Yes, I will because Chris Paul, when he's on the court, the Suns are like plus 12. Chris Paul off the court, they're minus like 18.
You're not saying who's the better player. You're saying for the team.
For the team. Yeah.
Of
Chris
course
Paul
he
makes the
improves
Sun
Suns.
tick. Chris Paul makes the Sun tick more than AD makes the Lakers tick.
Right, and you're going to see that tonight when LeBron comes out and just puts the Lakers on his back and just wins this game
Which is
outright.
fine, which he's going to have to do
Because
anyway.
that's the beauty of having LeBron and AD.
He's gonna pull a 1980 Hogan's promo. I'm gonna put the team on my back and doggy paddle this team to victory. Dude, one of the best promos I've ever heard in my life.
I literally thought you were going Darren Sharper with that, and then you nailed it.
No.
Sorry, I thought you were.
80s Hogan.
I know. I thought you were confusing two things, and it was going to be hilarious.
I'm
but-
honestly surprised he did Hogan. He didn't whip out a little cream and rice.
I feel like I go to the macho well too much.
That's like you though.
The macho well. I like that.
Yeah, but that's you though.
I got to go to the macho well.
That's you. I was waiting for him to be like, well, I'm just gonna come out and be like,
I can't tell you a lie.
Rise to the top. I think
LeBron's gonna bring out a little bit of the special sauce. Yeah.
Nah, that was fucked up.
That's not fucked up. That's
I love that.
Joey and I were doing it better.
What? No, he just nailed it. Come on, let's get the man some fucking.
I don't give a shit.
What are you, my dad? You saw all of a sudden you turn into the biggest fucking hater on the fucking face of the earth. Like Jesus Christ.
Me and your
What?
dad will never see eye to eye until he gives up his love for Harden.
This is
Oh,
true.
he loves Harden.
I know
I know.
he does. It's so weird.
It's inexplicable.
It's so weird.
Did
Because
you
he's
see?
like, because the other day, so I'm talking to my dad. It's funny as fuck you bring that up because I'm talking to my dad the other day, right? My dad's like, yeah, fuck it. We're talking about the Lakers. He's like, yeah, fuck LeBron and fuck the Lakers. You know, 'cause the old school Celtics guy.
Yep.
Like, you know, it doesn't matter if LeBron
Lakers.
played for. Like if LeBron was on the Lakers, my dad probably be like, yeah, LeBron, whatever. But he plays for the Lakers now, so my dad's like, fuck LeBron. Gives him a little bit more reason to say fuck LeBron. He's like, I fucking hate this. As long as the fucking Lakers and that fucking little kid there with his fucking chewing on his fucking mouth guard all the time, I'm fucking out. I don't give a shit. Steph Curry. He's talking about Steph Curry.
I know he meant Steph Curry.
He's like, yeah, I even got him on fucking T-shirts with his mouth guard. He's chewing on it. And like, I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm like, so you love James Harden. Love him. And you hate Steph Curry. Fuck him.
Makes no sense.
He's like, he's a child.
I'm like,
Makes no sense.
I'm like, do you just pick the two things that everybody in the world like loves and hates and just goes opposite? I was like, I guess I see where I get it from now.
But it makes no sense. Like, what do you have to hate about Curry?
He chews on his mouth guard.
Well, he's taking a foul shot.
That he can fucking pull up and hit 45 footers in your eye on command? Like what?
Yeah.
What's there to hate about that? He changed the game. He literally
and he doesn't shit his pants when he plays.
Curry is literally going to go down as a guy that revolutionized the game of basketball because of his skills and abilities and his ability to shoot balls that no one else can do and make them on a regular basis. Not even make them on a regular basis, make them at a clip that no one else is even making.
And then you're going to see Dame Lillard be in there like, hey, I was there too.
I regret not having this video clip saved so I can give it to you guys to show in the show, where after whatever Brooklyn game it was, Barkley comes on and he talks about Harden maybe going down as one of the 3 greatest of all time at his position. Like top 3 ever.
Harden.
What position does he play?
Listen.
Is he a 1 or a 2?
Yeah, I don't really know.
I think he said he was the 2, is what I'm guessing.
Anyway. Nope, he's more of a 1.
So let's see.
I'm guessing.
He's not better than Kobe. He's not better than Jordan. Let's go. Okay, then let's start. Let's go from there.
But listen, as he was doing
I guess
that.
that's 3.
So it puts him at 3.
But I think I might put D Wade above him.
Yep.
But dude, he legitimately they panned to Shaq, and Shaq is like this. Like the whole time, and Barkley was like, "What are you covering your face for?" And he's like, "I can't even believe this motherfucker's talking like this."
I could picture Shaq saying it just like
Dude,
that.
I totally get it.
Also, I
With his
also
Papa John's wig.
I'm glad you brought that up. I honestly regret not saving the video of the outtake of the Papa John's commercial.
Oh, with the wig?
When he walks in, he's like, "What's up, bitch?" And they're like, "We can't use this."
I love Shaq, dude. The Diesel.
Honestly, can I just say this?
One of my all-time favorite players, anyway. And then
I'm going to tell you this right now.
Funny as fuck after
I
the fact.
fucking hated Shaq when he was a player.
Did you really? But wait, when he was in Orlando or when he got to LA?
No, when he was in LA.
Both.
I hated him in
You
LA.
hated him when he was in Orlando?
Yeah, of course. He was going up
did.
against Jordan. What the fuck? Of course I hated
Well,
him.
yeah, actually, they did dust Jordan in the playoffs that year.
in the playoffs when he came back from baseball and played like 20 games. Yeah,
No, I mean, I only hated him when he was in LA, and he thought he was like the most confident
Jordan
shot.
Jordan dropped 40 against the Knicks or 50 against the Knicks.
It was
His
50 it was 55,
fourth game
motherfucker.
back against the number 1 defensive team in the league, and everybody was like, "Oh, Jordan's back."
No, it was 55, first of all. Don't get it fucking wrong.
Whatever.
Anyway.
cares?
But, like, the thing that I hated with Shaq was...
Fucking Jordan fanboys, I swear to God.
No, it had nothing to do with that. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Go.
I just went like this, just a little... just like, blah, 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 like, haha, didn't talk, dickhead. Guy Ledouche.
That's me.
Don't get eliminated. I think it was just... I don't know, when Shaq came into the league, like, he just thought he was already better than everybody else. And just,
But he was.
Was he, though?
Yes.
He was the most dominant player in the league.
Yes. When he came in, he wasn't the most dominant
He was
at that
breaking
time.
backboards left and right. It was awesome. Shaq attack.
Daryl Dawkins broke
Dude,
backboards.
you used to be able to
Nobody
go up
fucking talks about him.
You used to go up the street to Benny's and buy a basketball hoop called the Shaq Attack, and the logo was Shaq shattering a backboard.
Mm-hmm.
That was fucking rad as fuck.
So you have to like the guy because of that?
Who didn't like that?
No, I hated the Magic. Even when Jordan was retired, I hated the Magic. Penny Hardaway
All right,
and
well,
Shaq
listen,
and-
like you got your hangups with the Magic, kind of like I
Yeah.
get my hangups with certain teams. It is what
Right.
it is.
So,
like
like-
the San Francisco Giants. Like I hate the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah, I could agree
Not
with
for
that.
any real reason other than like I love Barry Bonds. I hate the fucking Giants. I always hated the
I just
Giants.
kind of hate the Giants because they wasted Barry Bonds.
They
But-
did. They did. They fucking wasted.
You know what the Giants did? What the Angels are doing to Mike Trout.
I could not actually agree. That is a very,
could
very
not agree.
factual,
Mhm.
good analogy.
The only thing that I will say is this.
Keith, that is the type of insight that we bring you here.
But, I mean, the thing I will say about this is Barry is so good that they actually made it to the World Series that year.
Yeah,
against
Mike
the
Trout's
Angels.
never going to see a World Series.
I don't
Actually,
think
Ohtani might get him there.
I don't know, man.
Can we talk about? Let's talk about MLB in a minute because there is. I really do want to talk about
Mike
Ohtani.
Trout's not even playing.
Ohtani is the best. Might be Ohtani right now. If you were just to take this right here in this little microcosm, he's the best baseball player ever.
Babe Ruth.
He's better than Babe Ruth.
Why? Babe Ruth won a Cy Young and had a ridiculous amount of shutouts.
And this kid's on pace to do it in this day and age. I mean, this kid goes out and throws every fifth day, and then on the other 4 days, he comes in and hits 500-foot dingers. Hi, I'm Alfred D'Elia. I'm from New Jersey, and I hit dingers. That's Shohei Ohtani.
They
That's
call me
his
Big
spirit
Al.
animal. That's his spirit animal. Big Al is Ohtani's
But
spirit
I'm
animal.
going to say this. It's great that Ohtani's doing it right now.
I mean, look, I'm just saying.
He already got
This is something to be-
shut down from pitching once.
This is something to
Okay.
be. This.
The
If you're a
long-
baseball
look,
fan,
I'm
your
telling
ears
you
should
right
be
now.
perked.
Look, it's perked, yes, but the longevity does not bode well for this boy. He's already broken down once just from throwing.
I disagree
Never
because,
mind
but a lot of pitchers these days they break down early. They get the Tommy John, they come back and they're fine. Look at Strasburg.
Oh, wait, look at Strasburg. Oh, wait, yeah, no, he hasn't pitched in a while again because his elbow always flares up on him.
Yeah, but that
It's
happens all the
constant.
time. But there's
exactly,
but there are guys.
it happens all the time.
But there are guys that
if
come
you
back
get
and go
surgery
through it.
when you're young 20s, probably by the time you're 30.
Right, but they say
either
it's
gonna do
better
it
to
again
get the
or-
Tommy John earlier in your career.
Obviously.
Because you're younger and more able to come back from it than you are if you get it later in your career. So a lot of guys will get it
Joey, I
early
get
just
it.
because.
I get it. Look, There's plenty of guys
I'm just
that are
saying.
out right now.
I'm just saying.
I get it.
We're splitting the atom here.
Of course we are.
Look,
the
let's
kid's
come
great.
back to that.
The dude's balling out. He's doing great right now. My issue is for one, it's the Angels. For two,
It's my mask I haven't worn in a week.
Me neither. For two,
Weekend.
stats show this can't continue. Like the trend is this can't continue.
Stats showed that 41-year-old quarterbacks don't win Super Bowls. Tom Brady said, "Fuck that." I'm just saying.
Tom Brady went to the fucking dream team and
there's
said, "Hey, you guys want to make me look good?"
Same dream team that won 7-9 with Jameis Winston.
Yeah, exactly. 7-9 with Jameis Winston.
Yeah, think about that. And Jameis Winston threw 5,000 yards and 40 touchdowns.
No, 5,000 yards.
30 touchdowns. And 30 interceptions.
I thought it was 40 touchdowns.
No, it was 30 and 30. He's right.
30 and 30.
The
But
wrong 30-30 club.
But,
It was the 30-30 club.
5,000 yards, though,
There's literally
on a
we have-
dude that saw 6 wide receivers at the same time.
And then he just, you know what? Props to Jameis Winston, though, for not pulling the LeBron and just being like, I saw 6 wide receivers, so I just threw it in the middle, too. And there it was.
And it happened to be LeBron.
I'll be honest with you.
And
Look,
then it
can I
happened
say
to go
something
in.
right
It
now?
was a Swiss Shaw.
Jameis Winston played this perfectly.
He knew what he was doing.
He threw for a shit ton, knew he was out the door, signed with fucking the Saints knowing that Drew Brees was out, and is like, well, now I have one of the best coaches to help me fucking play quarterback. Great.
And they love him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, he played it very smart.
He played it very smart.
We called it, too. We said,
I'll give him props.
We said,
Everybody
he'll
talks
be
shit
great.
Everybody talks shit about Jameis Winston. My boy played it smart.
No, he'll probably throw for 5,000 yards this season.
Maybe.
All right. So let's use this to transition into football because we're getting to the end of the show here, and we got a little bit of football to cover.
I was really hoping there'd be more. Because after 4 p.m. today, anything could be actually made
Yes.
official because it goes on tomorrow's waiver wire.
Yeah, it's 10:03 p.m. and
nothing is happening.
Aaron Rodgers is still not a Denver Bronco.
And Julio is still a Falcon.
Julio has more big news, too.
Actually, yeah. So the big news surrounding Julio
Your
right
favorite
now
Buck guys are
is the Seahawks have become the new betting favorites to land Julio Jones.
And exploding to number 1. Like, not even just like,
Yeah, they're
hidden.
leaps
No.
and bounds.
And apparently it's because they're willing to give, like, a fucking ton for Julio Jones.
Well, the way they're seeing it is, well, Russell Wilson is threatened to leave us 2 years in a row, so what if we give him Julio?
Dude, they already have, like, the best wide receiver tandem in the NFL.
You know what? You know what's going to happen? Russell Wilson's MVP run is going to go from like instead of ending in like week 9, it'll get to like week 12.
Dude, he's already, like, every time.
Russell Wilson, the first half of the season is MVP every single year,
He's unbelievable.
and then the second half of the season
He gets
he's
his
just
ass
like,
kicked.
I
do
football.
Joey, here's
Look,
the
Seattle
problem.
can't run the ball.
No, here's the problem with Seattle, though, all the time is that Russell Wilson can stay afloat, like we said, for the first half of the season, or now the first 8 to 9 games, depending on how 17 games and how you everyone view half the season now. Then after that, he's getting killed out there, and he takes the beating because his defensive line is always lacking.
Throw in the towel.
Because they always want to throw out to other guys. Like, it's great that they want to go out and have Julio, DK Metcalf, and Tyler Lockett.
Get some line help.
Sick wide receivers right there. But if the guy's getting killed at the line, the ball's never getting there.
Can you
Well, this is
imagine
the thing.
Julio, DK, and Lockett?
Well, that's
I mean, listen.
You know what I'd rather see right now? I'm going to say it right now. I'd rather see him go to Arizona.
Nah.
No.
D-Hop, AJ Green, Larry Fitz, Julio Jones.
I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to Seattle.
I don't think he's going to go to Seattle either. But
it doesn't really make sense to me for Seattle to give that up for a luxury position when they have a lot of other needs
They have
on that
so
team.
many needs.
And it's not just that.
And the defense sucks now.
This-
They have Bobby Wagner, and that's it.
That's it.
So what you were saying is
That's
so true.
it. That's it, and that's it.
Seattle cannot run the ball anymore. So
They don't care.
rely on Russell Wilson.
No, they have Chris Carson when he's
Beast
healthy.
That's
mode,
great. But they
beast
still
mode,
can't
beast
fucking run the ball
mode,
because their line is
beast-
trash.
Oh.
What happens?
So guess what? When you're down because their defense sucks and they're always down, what happens? Well, we got to throw the fucking ball. So
Fucking
good luck.
sucks.
Good luck.
Yeah.
And you know what happens when they throw the ball?
Nothing.
They get intercepted on the 1 yard line.
I appreciate all the throwbacks.
What was the point in that?
Still pissed off about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was like,
why did
I
you
was like,
throw
are you
that?
mad about Yokozuna?
No, I'm just so mad that they fucking didn't hand the ball off to fucking beast mode. Like, what? I swear to God, dude, I want to go. I just want if I could travel.
If there was a time machine.
Yeah, it's all.
Literally, if there was
showed
if there was a time machine, well, I don't know. I might go back and be like, "Hey, guys, this guy Jacoby Jones, he's gonna get behind you. Tony,
playoffs.
Bail out Raheem Moore. He's going to miss the tip.
No, listen, if I can go back in time and be like, all right, that was that $450 million Powerball. These were the fucking winning numbers.
Oh,
hey,
I was okay.
Like this,
All right.
Hey, asshole, these numbers this date. You're welcome.
Here's old Biff Keith into the future. Use this book, you stupid bitch. He goes back.
All right, so Keith takes it in a totally different direction. I was meaning more in like a sports
All right,
sense.
in a sports thing, I don't know. What would I change?
Oh, I know what I would change.
Go ahead.
The Patriots' undefeated season Super Bowl.
Hey, guys, this
Don't have a midget cover Plaxico Burress in the end zone. He's the shortest fucking dude.
Or how about this? Hey, Rodney, listen. This guy Tyree, okay?
He's gonna go over the middle.
He's going to be down there. Just get yourself in position.
Joey, he was in position.
He was in position.
Or how about this? Hey,
He punched Tyree in the face.
Yeah, you're right. It's
really
wrong
did.
to even
did.
remotely blame Rodney on that. But like, hey, Asante,
Don't
listen,
drop it.
There's gonna be a ball. It's gonna hit you like basically between the fucking eyes. Just catch that shit. It's a wrap.
I got it. And it's either one of two. Okay.
Go ahead.
It's either Grady Little, Pedro.
Nah.
No, okay.
Nah.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a good one. Because then we would have won back to back on 3 or 4.
Wakefield.
Nope.
Same series. Same game. Same game.
So yes, because and you know it. The second Wakefield.
Unfortunately, Keith called that shit like
this and
as
Tim,
it happened.
Tim Wakefield is warming up. I'm like, no. We're all at Ryan's house, and I'm like, oh god. They're like, what? Fucking Wakefield's nasty. And I was like, bro, that's gonna be a beach ball.
It was like
We were
12:20
like,
p.m.
Yeah, we're like, Keith was like, it's really cold and it's very humid. This is not going to end well.
And they're like, yeah, but Wakefield's nasty. And I'm like, dude, he's been seeing 96, 98, 96, 98. Here comes 50. Oh, look at that. And first fucking swing.
Yeah, and everyone knew that it was going to be home run balls because it was late. Everyone was tired, exhausted. They had a game the next night, like less than 24 hours later, 20 hours later.
Do you think it would matter? Would it have mattered if you were able to go back in time? Would it matter if I was going to go back to like Peyton and be like, hey, 2013, be like, hey, Peyton, Mayor Ramirez isn't going to hear you on this, and he's going to snap the ball over your head on the opening play.
It's not going to matter.
Don't audible, just snap, just take it. And maybe they run it for like with no Sean for 3 yards.
Yeah, you have no idea.
I mean, because I feel like that just set the tone. I mean, maybe.
I mean, it did, but yeah.
It's tough to go back. If you can go back, and that's a cool question. If you can go back and tell that person one play, like you couldn't tell them anything else about the game.
I got one.
Just one play.
1990, Joe Montana, New York Giants. Yo, bro, he's gonna come from the backside.
The catch?
No.
Wait, you're saying Joe Montana?
When they murdered Joe Montana on the fucking Candlestick Park.
My bad.
And that was his last ever throw as a fucking Niner.
Yeah.
You don't remember this? When he was straight up like, ha, oh my God, I'm dead.
Yeah. All right.
I think that might be the one for me.
Okay.
That might be the one for me.
But you don't know if the next play he gets hit like the same way. Like you can
just
tell
like you don't know if the next pitch.
I know,
but that's knuckleball.
But
we're saying
cool
if you could
scenario.
change one thing, that I'd literally probably be Joe Montana.
I'd have to really think about it because there has to be one play where you can definitively say if you did this, this would not have happened.
Well, if Montana didn't get blindsided, he probably
Dear
wouldn't have
Elvis
died on the
Dumerville,
field.
please just sack Joe Flacco.
Dear Elvis Dumerville, don't use a fax machine.
Or in
No,
Sean's
John
case, hey ref, blow the fucking whistle.
What, for Eli?
In the grasp. Which I'm glad they let that play out because I think that's the way it should
Oh,
That's the way it should
I got
be,
one.
though.
I got one. Sorry.
What?
It's not a fucking tuck rule.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I think that one might be a bit.
But that doesn't. But see, that doesn't change anything though.
Yes, it does.
No, because you can go back and tell Charles Woodson, hey, you can cause this fumble and someone's going to recover it, but they're not going to give it to you anyway.
I like that loophole. That's you can't go back and change a referee's decision. You have to change a play. Of the
Yeah, you
player.
got to change a play.
That's a cool loophole.
All right.
But no, that was a great one though.
That was right idea. Right idea. I see where you're coming from, bro. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, the play.
I like
Scoop the ball.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they did get the ball. Yeah. So
with the Patriots Super Bowl one, there's so many plays I can go back to. I'm like, there's so many things that could.
Did you see that thing about Bill Belichick talking about the 2003 Carolina Panthers being the best kick?
The best special teams rush field goal post of all time.
Yes.
He said, I've never seen a team so efficient at getting to the kicker as that team.
When I read that, immediately in my head, I was like,
I gotta go back and watch it.
No, I was like, yeah, duh.
Dude, that was a great game.
Like Brenson Buckner, Julius Peppers, dude, like that middle front, dude,
murderous.
was nasty. Because if you remember, if you go back, and I don't know why, I remember paying special attention to the Panthers in 2003, not because they went to the Super Bowl, but like
Because it
prior
was
to
daylight
that.
come in, we want to go home.
But that didn't even start till 2008.
I know.
That was a Berman thing in 08. But I'm just saying in 03, like the Cardiac Cats were like one of those things. You're like, okay, like and that we kind of paid attention to them.
You started to pay attention to him when that your favorite boy started running the ball for them, Deshaun Foster.
Love Deshaun Foster, dude.
When they had that
Him and
two-headed
Steven
monster.
Davis.
When they had that
It
two-headed
was
monster.
Beastly, bro.
Dude, they were running the ball everywhere. And then Steve Smith started coming alive and making his career.
Musin Muhammad.
Mushin Muhammad.
Ricky Prohl.
Ricky
again.
Prohl. Ricky Prohl, the guy who caught more clutch touchdowns for losing Super Bowl teams than anybody in history.
Dude, Ricky Prohl knew how to pick the next team he was going to.
Can you find anybody that's ever caught more game-tying touchdowns in a Super Bowl and ended up losing than Ricky Prohl? I don't think there's one. I don't think there is
poor
anybody.
guy. I
can only think of three.
He was
two.
him and Wayne Corbett were the original white
three.
slot guys.
Yeah.
Actually, I take that back. Wayne Corbett moved outside at the end of his career.
Yeah, Corbett was more of an outside guy. Corbett was like 6'1",
No, with
wasn't
the
he?
Jets, he was always a slot, dude.
No, wasn't he like 6'1"?
I think he was like 6.
No, I think
he was like
6
5'11".
foot,
Google,
right?
I'm saying 5'10", 5'9".
I'll check it.
No, but Corbett was in the slot as a Jet.
No, not all the time. Like they moved him outside
No,
because
he
he became
wasn't.
more reliable.
You got to remember the slot receiver thing didn't really catch on until like 02, 03 when
Yeah, I
Peyton
feel like
had Brandon
Corbett
Stokely.
lined up
and
everywhere.
Ricky Prohl, exactly. Those were like the originals.
But no, Prohl was
Brandon
even an
Stokely,
outside guy.
Yeah. Brandon Stokely was an outside guy with the Ravens.
Yeah.
And then Manning was like, just throw him in the fucking slot. I'll use him nonstop. And hit the triple.
Yeah, Corbett was 5'10".
Yeah, so, yeah, he was short. And then Prohl was 6'1".
Yeah,
he was tall and thin.
Prohl was a bigger guy.
But,
he's listed as 6 foot even, but I don't even think that's true.
yeah, has it ever been done before with 3 wide receivers of 1,000 yards receiving in a year? And that was what, 03, 02?
What, the Panthers?
The Manning year.
The
triple throw, 1,000 yard
Colts.
receivers.
Say again, no, the 3,000 yards?
Yeah.
The first time it was done was 04. It was Stokely, Wayne, and Harrison in 04.
Oh, it was 04? Has it ever been done again?
Yes. 2013, but it was done with 4 people.
It was
DT.
Thomas.
Julius.
It was DT, Welker.
Orange Crush.
Randall.
Decker. It's DT, Decker, Welker, and Orange Julius.
Yeah, Randall.
I didn't know he was part of that,
Thomas.
too. Fuck. That was both Manning, so. Will that ever be done again? Probably
not.
now.
No,
Extra games.
Not spread out that
Yeah, but you got to
amongst
think.
that
All
many
right,
people,
so
though.
but you got to think of the tandems that could do it. So in Kansas City, maybe Kelsey and Hill. But
Yeah,
who's the third?
They're getting up there.
Who's the third?
Maybe Julio Jones.
That's the thing. Like having that third guy
You
that's
gotta
that
think about it,
explosive.
which teams have the 3 guys?
Because think about the 2 offenses that we
Seattle.
just think
Dallas.
If they get Julio.
Think about the 2
Yeah,
offenses
Dallas
we just
could do
talked
it.
about, though. Both record-setting offenses.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So
Yes.
first step, have a record-setting offense. Okay, that's already fucking hard to do.
Stop running.
Because you had even in 98.
I'll tell you what. The team that had the potential was probably last year with Thomas, Sanders, and oh my God.
What? Say it again.
Who you talking about? Sorry,
The
I was.
Saints. Oh my God, I just forgot. The running back.
Thomas.
Last year?
It was E.
Well, 2 years ago.
Last year.
Last year was Michael Thomas.
Going into the season, you had
Emmanuel
Sanders, Thomas, and
the running back there.
oh my God.
Oh, Alvin Kamara.
AK-47.
Holy shit. I was gonna say Deuce.
I thought you were going
Fuck.
for a receiver. I was like, wait, hold on.
No, but
what?
I was just thinking tandems. Those 3 had
Right,
potential.
no,
to do
yeah.
it.
You actually might see it again with a running back involved with 3 people over 1,000.
What,
because
Christian McCaffrey?
Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, but who's the other guys? Sanders is not a 1,000-yard guy anymore.
No, Sanders is gone. Sanders is in Buffalo at the end of the year.
Right. So think about it.
So I'm just going through the seasons right now, and I'm looking for.
Thielen, Jefferson.
I'm looking through
who's your third?
That's it.
the record-setting offense.
You know who could do it? Actually, I'm sorry. San Francisco. Debo, Ayuk, and Kittle.
Too young.
Yeah, because look, you
They
go
could
back,
do it.
So prior to the 2013 Broncos, the 2004 Colts, if you go back, even the 2007 Patriots, Dante Stallworth was the number 3, 697 yards, not even close.
Yeah, right.
No, I think Jabbar Gaffney was almost tied with him for yardage. Wasn't he like
yeah,
500 something?
449. And then if you go back before that, the 98 Vikings, it was like, what was it, Andrew Carter? What was his name?
Andre Carter?
Chris
no,
Carter?
it wasn't Andre Carter.
Chris
was,
Carter?
No, it was Chris Carter and Randy Moss that led it, and then it was Andrew Glover, sorry. 522.
Glover.
So the third guy is kind of the big one, And then if you go to the 2013 Broncos, it was this was the year that was wild.
Hey, I'll tell you what. You know who's the only team that probably always has a chance is the Steelers.
Nah, not anymore.
Not with
I don't know,
Big
man.
Ben.
If Big Ben throws for 4,000 or 5,000 yards, I mean, they have the reason why I say the Steelers is they're a wide receiver factory.
Yeah.
They got studs as wide receivers. I mean, Claypool's huge. Deontay Johnson came on big. And
My
you got Juju.
apologies. I'm going to correct myself. They did not have 4,000-yard receivers. They had 4 guys go over double-digit touchdowns. That was what it was with the Broncos.
Oh, I was so impressed. I was like, wow, I didn't remember that.
Yeah,
too.
no. DT had 1430, Decker 1288, Thomas 788, and Welker had 778. Because remember, Westwood missed a bunch of time that year.
Oh, that was the Darth helmet year.
But he still caught double-digit touchdowns the first time in his career. So that was what it was. I'm sorry. They had 4 guys with 10+ touchdowns.
Okay.
That was the
So, I mean,
DT
really,
led it with 14.
out of 32 teams in the NFL, we could name maybe 3 that
Dude,
has a possibility.
I feel so bad for Welker for a second. Just like that guy was on so many great teams and never won anything. It fucking sucks.
Well, you know, if Brady could have just
I wish he'd hung around one more year, dude.
You know, if Brady.
I know he couldn't.
If
But
Brady just threw that ball.
listen, that
2015
that 2015 team, in my heart, Welker was a part of it.
I mean, he built it.
Mentally.
Welker was great, dude.
Mm-hmm.
When we signed, I still remember the day we signed Welker.
I was fucking pissed.
I was
all over like $3 million.
I called it. I called it on the nose. I said, man, he's gonna throw 55 touchdowns this year. At the Black Bass, Rooney will back me up. I called it that day at the bar, the day they signed Welker.
Honestly, I think it
was Rooney, Diamond Diggity Dave, and somebody else. And I said, we got Welker. Manning's breaking the touchdown record. He's going to throw 55.
I think the Sanders signing was bigger.
Well, the Sanders signing was the crazy thing about that whole thing was they went from that 2013 team, right, which was the greatest offense to ever grace the face of the earth. In 1 year, in one offseason, Elway architected the greatest defense of the decade. Not one of the greatest of all time. One of the greatest of all time. Not the greatest of all time, but one of the greatest of all time. Because Emmanuel Sanders, because they let go of Decker. Remember, Decker went to the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Welker was done. And they brought in Emmanuel Sanders.
That was the dumbest thing Decker could have done.
Oh, yeah.
Why? You got paid.
Yeah, I know, but it was just.
You got paid,
I
dude.
know. All those guys go for money.
And honestly, Decker, I mean, he was fucking high. Hello, ring ring.
Oh, hello.
He was productive in New York.
It's Thing from the Addams Family.
Yeah. He was productive in New York. He caught, I think, like 8 or 10 touchdowns that year, his first year.
Yeah, that's great. He was productive in New York. They did shit.
But they didn't win anything. But that being said, he fell off very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Sanders coming to Denver.
Wife is
but
gorgeous.
The key of that offseason was getting T.J. Ward, DeMarcus Ware, and Aqib Talib.
Dude, that was probably my.
Ware was huge for them.
And
Brandon Marshall.
No, the safety there.
From
TJ
Baltimore. No, the other one from Baltimore. Oh my God, dude, fucking D.
Ed Reed.
No, Jesus.
No,
fuck,
stop. The safety from Baltimore.
Darian Stewart.
Oh, Stewart. Okay.
Yeah, D. Stu. Jesus Christ, dude, that was killing me.
I was like, what the hell is he talking about? That was my favorite offseason of all time because it really felt like
It was
the two toughest.
The USA and
Russia.
the USSR, and we were just like, who's gonna get the nukes?
Yeah, and everyone was just like, all right, you signed Aqib Talib. All right, cool. We're trading for Darrelle Revis. All right, you signed this wide receiver. All right, we're gonna sign Brandon LaFell. And that wasn't like a comparable. Brandon LaFell.
No, but it was funny because
he was just a
you guys went on to win. You guys went on to win the Super Bowl in 2014.
Yeah.
We missed out on Brady versus Manning in the playoffs that year, which obviously Peyton would have sent Brady packing in the 5th AFC Championship, but whatever. But Peyton tore his quad against San Diego, and that was the end of that. No, it wasn't even Brock Lobster. It was Peyton tore his quad in like week 15 or 16 against San Diego, blocking on a touchdown from no Sean.
Right. Yeah, by an accident.
And it was just like a freak fucking thing, and that was it. And that was kind of the beginning of the end of Peyton. Because remember, he had that wide open run on like 4th and 7.
It just snowballed.
And he just tried to throw it, and it was like you could have walked to that yard line.
And he was like, nah, I can't move.
And he didn't. He just couldn't.
And what was it? Was it the 2015 to 2016 year when Bill Belichick took the wind as opposed to the field position for Peyton Manning?
I believe
that was the comeback win game when they were.
That was 13. That was the
13?
That was 13. That was the 24-0 game at Gillette.
So that was already the start of like Manning's injury history.
No. That was when Welker muffed the punt. No, that was the year Manning broke all the records.
No, it was the year that Manning it couldn't have been 13 then. It was the year that Manning was struggling, and then Belichick took in overtime. Said,
the Sunday night game.
Yeah, said he could take the ball, but he wanted to choose the wind because he said I came out
at the end of the game.
That was 13.
At the end of the game, he wouldn't be able to knife the ball through the wind.
Yeah.
Because the Sunday night game was in 13 was in the wind.
No, I don't think it was 13.
I 100% guarantee you
he might be right because I can't think of the year.
Because 14 we played you guys at 4:00 on a snowy October afternoon in Gillette.
It definitely wasn't 13.
And it was a blowout. That was Julian Edelman at a punt return.
The game that he's talking about wasn't
Gronk
13.
had that ridiculous one-handed catch.
The game he's talking about wasn't 13.
No, it was 2013. I just looked
it up. I know it was.
Took the win in overtime, November 2013.
Because Welker
there was another. What was it? 15 then the Sunday night game.
No, the 15 Sunday night game, Brock Osweiler started. That was Fat CJ's run in overtime to win it. That's what gave us the 1 seed that year.
That's pretty funny. All the team captains went over to Belichick. I'm just reading it really quick, and they said, "We're taking the ball right," and Belichick says, "No, we're taking the win. And that's the end of it. Get out there." The captains looked at each other, which included Edelman, Slater. They were just like, "The fuck?"
And they were right to do so because Welker ended up muffing a punt in overtime with a minute and a half to go in overtime.
Yeah.
And he muffed the punt. That game was a minute and 90 seconds away from ending in a tie. Could you imagine Brady and Manning in 2013 ending in a tie?
No, that was
would have been the most.
Well, it would have been poetic because when they do the thing 20 years from now and they review.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, it would have been great to look back on. But in the moment, you've been like,
the fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it! Seriously, especially since the Broncos were up 24-0, and it wasn't until Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie got hurt at the end of the first half that killed him, and then Sean Moreno's fumble to start the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and that was the end, and that was the beginning of the comeback.
But yeah, I don't know. I that was my probably my favorite offseason ever.
Well, I only know because I was at that game.
Yes, that's true. You were at that game and you were pissed.
And I punched someone in the face.
That my favorite offseason. Even more.
He started it again. I wasn't the aggressive.
Even more than the 07 offseason. Even more than this offseason. The 14 offseason was my favorite of all time. I remember.
It was just because I remember you and I were just
back and forth, and it was just so fun.
We were going back and forth on Facebook at the time because we weren't texting because you weren't even on the show yet.
Still 2 jobs.
You were still at 2 jobs. We weren't even on the show. You hadn't even come on the show yet, and we were going back and forth on Facebook daily, hourly, minutely, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and that was fun. Yeah. And we haven't had an off season like that yet since.
No, this offseason the Patriots just signed everybody, but then nobody else really did anything.
But it's good for football when this happens, right?
When
listen, I hate to admit it, but the NFL is a better place. Just like the NFL is a better place when the Cowboys and the Raiders are good, the NFL is a better place when the Patriots are good.
As long as Belichick's in charge, because everyone loves to hate Belichick. He's he's the guy you love to hate. Nobody.
Beefed.
God, it's been a fucking random smell all night.
There has been a random smell all night.
Legit.
Got wind of it.
Yeah.
Me and Sean are getting wind of shit underneath this table all fucking night. You know there's no shame in my name. No,
I would admit, I've been burping.
I'll beef on command and take a
solid. I know, I believe you because that didn't smell. It smells like a beef, but now it smells like garbage. I'm wondering.
But that's what I'm saying. There's been a weird stench coming up all night.
To go back to the 2 biggest names, Julio Jones and Rodgers. At least with Atlanta, they have to do something fast. They can't sit and wait.
Yes, please, Sean. Give us the why isn't Julio a fucking Patriot yet?
Because they have to do something fast with Julio Jones. The deadline was today, so anything after 4 p.m. today, now he can be traded and they can save money on the cap. They'll save about $12 to $14 million, Atlanta will. Then they can absorb the rest of the hit in future years, which really doesn't affect them as much, especially with the cap exploding next year. Now, I don't believe all the bullshit of all these teams coming in offering first-round picks. If there was a first-round pick offer, it would have been done already.
Pretty sure.
Nobody's offering a first-round pick. No. I believe some combination of a second plus a player, third and sixth and fourth or whatever it is. I believe all that's on the table for a lot of teams. But Julio also wants to redo his contract wherever he goes, whether he wants more money, extension of years, whatever it was. He probably wants to go to his next team and say, this is my last team.
And as he said to Shannon Sharp, he wants to win.
He wants to win. I do not think he's seriously considering going to Seattle. I think Seattle's fool's gold.
I think that's a smokescreen.
Yes,
to be quite honest.
I think they're being used like a Scott Boras type play.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, the Yankees are coming in at the last minute. The Yankees are always coming in at the last minute with
Always.
Scott Boras.
Always.
But the Atlanta does not have time to wait for the best offer. They can't just say. You can just say to me, Sean, why don't they wait till training camp or someone inevitably loses somebody and then they trade him for a first-round pick, like a Sam Bradford or something like that?
Because?
Here's the thing, because they can't even sign their own rookies because they have no money. So they're going to have to let go of other stars or they're going to have to trade him and then they can sign their new talent without pissing off anybody else.
Yeah.
They've already drafted Kyle Pitts to replace him, so they've already moved on mentally. It's just a matter of like who's he going and where. I think it's 3 teams, legitimately. I think it's Patriots, Titans, maybe an outside chance of like Jacksonville if they really want to spend the money.
I would
assets.
disagree with Jacksonville. I'd throw the Colts out there.
Colts have no interest.
I see, and the fact
Yeah,
that you
but
said
no
that because
interest
I
means there's interest.
Right. And the reason I'm going to say that is because it segues perfectly into A-Rod to Denver.
Okay.
And this is for the exact same reason.
I think the Colts want Zach Ertz. That's my
they'll
thing.
get.
Of course
they're
they
going to get Zach Ertz, but they're going to get Zach Ertz for next to
Buffalo
nothing.
freed up money because Diggs took a pay cut. Did you know that?
He did, yeah.
Diggs took a pay cut,
Did
and
he
I
take a
think
pay cut?
I
Did
know.
you see that Stephon Diggs took a pay
No,
cut?
Stephon
today?
Diggs took a check up front
But
and
Buffalo
less money throughout the year.
Buffalo
Let's be real.
has
Oh, I know.
legitimate ass at tight ends, and so I think that's what they want. They want to go after Zach Ertz.
So you're gonna get Indy and Buffalo beefing for Zach Ertz, which is
Yes.
great. Stephon Diggs did not take a pay cut, by the way.
No, he just
the
took a
same
check up
way
front.
Tom Brady has never taken a pay cut. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
See, I'll
but
say-
hold on, my point to get into what he was saying about the Colts having no interest in Julio Jones relates directly to my point about the Broncos and the A-Rod news, because obviously A-Rod to Denver has been the highly rumored thing. Like, A-Rod was confirmed to be playing golf with John Elway 2 weeks ago. Elway, as we know, he's the antithesis of Danny Ainge, and he's actually an excellent salesman, and he can sell guys on coming to Denver and sell free agents and guys and say, like, hey, look, come here.
the air pressure is lower.
And
You can
that
throw
getting
further.
my point being with that is a lot of reports coming out of Denver from Vic Fangio, from the Broncos brass, everything else. Everything is very pumped up pro Drew Lock. Drew Lock is laser focused. He hears the noise. He's pissed off. His teammates are coming out and having his back, and they're all about it. What that says to me
He's on the chopping block.
what that says to me is Denver's telling Green Bay subliminally, we don't need A-Rod, bro. We got a kid here we believe in. We got a kid here we think is actually going to be able to do it. So you can take your fucking Bradley Chubb, Tim Patrick, and Teddy Bridgewater and 4 first-round picks and shove them up your ass. We don't need Aaron Rodgers. We got a guy. And they know damn well no one else is offering that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just all Denver is doing is driving down the price.
right.
The more confident Denver feels in Drew Lock going forward, the more all they're doing is just trying to drive the price further and further down for A-Rod until it gets to a point where the Green Bay Packers just say, "All right, fuck it, we'll take this deal." And they say, "Boom, done." And ideally, that deal doesn't involve Drew Lock. Drew Lock gets to ride the pine for a year, 2, maybe 3. Whatever, behind Andrew, behind
No,
A-Rod.
if Drew Lock rides the pine, he's done. He's never playing starting quarterback again.
I disagree.
Dude, this is your 3rd year as a starter now?
No, second, because he's only started 16 games in his career.
This is his
You gotta remember,
this is his 3rd year in the league now.
His 3rd year in the league, but
3rd year as a quarterback in the league.
he's never been close to being a starter yet,
But
except for
he's
at the end of the season.
He's played
last year.
games in 3 different seasons, correct?
No, 2.
Yes. He played last year. He played the year before.
Yes,
So this
2.
would be his
This
3rd
would be
year.
his 3rd, yes.
Right.
He's not played games in 3 seasons yet. No.
So now you bring in Rodgers and you're going to tell him to sit down? That kid's crushed. He's no longer a starting quarterback in football.
Or you just sit there and let him get groomed.
Let him get groomed if he's never seen game action, and you groom him like Aaron Rodgers with
But you
Brett
gotta remember.
Favre.
But you gotta remember. It worked. It worked for A-Rod. A-Rod sat for how many years?
A-Rod didn't play in the NFL.
A-Rod-
A-Rod came, got drafted, and waited.
Right, but A-Rod sat for 3
4 years.
4 years.
Correct, but he never played a game. You're talking about a kid that's like, hey, it's your job. You know, it's not your job. Okay, the guy retired. It's your job again? That don't fucking work.
7, 8.
It was 3 years he sat. He played in his 4th year.
It was 3 years.
He
My
sat
bad.
3 years.
5,
My
6,
bad.
7. He sat
He
3 years.
sat 3
8
years.
was
He
his
played in
first
his
year as a
4th year.
starter.
Yes.
I was adding that up in my head. And I'm like, wait a minute.
No, it was 3
is it
years.
right? Is it 4? No, but all right. So all right. Just say.
But he came into the
You
league.
might be right. You
he
might be
came
right.
into the league knowing,
But-
hey, you're going to learn off this guy. When we feel you're ready, he's out the door.
But this benefits Denver in 2 ways. 1, it benefits them in driving down the price of Aaron Rodgers. 2, it benefits them in the fact that what they're saying is probably true, and that they're seeing something out of Drew Lock, so that when they get to the regular season, if Drew Lock is their starting quarterback, they can actually feel confident with him going forward.
Yeah, no shit.
So it's kind of win-win for Denver right now. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I hear Adam Shine, one of my favorite guys of all time, every single week when this comes up. If Drew Lock is the answer, I'm dying to know the question. I get it. Not a lot of people have a lot of faith in Drew Lock. I do. I think the kid can play. I think he's everything that Jay Cutler could have been. Now, whether or not that materializes are two totally different subjects. It's never a perfect science with these things. If you have the chance to get Aaron Rodgers, you take it. You have the chance to get Deshaun Watson, you take it. Obviously, those are proven commodities in the NFL. Those are MVP caliber or those are MVP Hall of Fame caliber talents. If you're left with Drew Lock when all is said and done, I'm really not that mad about it. Would I want Aaron Rodgers? Of course I want Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron fucking Rodgers. Arguably the best thrower of a football we've seen ever, if not since Dan Marino. Like, this is a man that you want on your team.
Ridiculous arm talent. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Just flicks his wrist and it's
literally.
gone.
Zing. Like, there it goes. Fuck you. Like, on the point. Like, I watched an Aaron Rodgers highlight reel the other night. And I was like, oh, yeah.
He's
I'm
good.
like, fuck, he is good. Fucking Christ,
Especially
he's good.
when the pocket's collapsing, he takes a couple of hops to his right, like goes outside the pocket.
Money.
It just gears back and just goes. And the way he just flicks it, it looks like he's just like throwing a dart, like.
It looks like he's playing beer pong.
And it's gone.
It's called Beirut.
And it's
I was
gone.
trying to say it that people that don't know what Beirut is would understand.
Okay, so let's define Beirut versus beer pong. Beer pong uses paddles. Beirut, you use your hands, you throw it like a basketball. Done. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. All right, do we want to wrap it up there? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good?
There was not a lot. Besides the Kyrie shit.
The only other thing I wanted to say, too, I did want to touch on that Fernando Tatis Jr. video when he bombed one, the 3-run
And he
homer.
just stood there and watched it.
And he pimped it onto the tracks in Houston.
I don't think I saw it.
He didn't pimp it. My boy hit the ball, pretty much stood on his bat
Took
and
his
watched
bat
it.
in two hands and just watched it. And it hit the tracks.
Surprised he didn't get beaned.
It was, as I would say, Pujols-ian. In nature, which is also a synonym for grand, which is also a synonym for, I don't know.
I am a machine.
Prodigious.
I thought you were going to say poop holes.
It was Pujols-ian.
Poop-hole-ian.
It was a prodigious blast. And he laid one out. It was fucking amazing. Fernando Tatis, Ohtani, Trout. The MLB has all the fucking cards stacked in their favor right now.
Can I just say something? Trout is no longer the future.
Nah, not anymore.
No, Trout's not the future anymore. Trout's the current.
Fucking, what's
At
Mookie
best,
doing?
Trout's the current, leaning
Mookie,
towards
you don't
the
hear a
past.
lot from Mookie because he's in L.A. and
he's not doing much.
He's
though.
around 20 other good baseball players.
Isn't Mookie's replacement outplaying him right now in statistically?
Well, in the Red Sox, yeah.
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 What, Verdugo?
Yeah. Isn't Verdugo outplaying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Verdugo is like, I actually love Verdugo's attitude. He's like, the ball comes in the thing, I swing and hit it hard as I can. He goes, what do you do? It's like him explain, like he sits with the fans just talking with them, shooting the shit, and he goes, oh, the ball comes in. He goes, I just try to hit as hard as I
You
can.
know what I love about it? He still hasn't figured out the triangle.
No.
No, like legit. He still hasn't figured out the so how do you feel in the field? And he's like, honestly,
Awful.
when it gets that deep, not good.
Yeah.
He's like, it gets that deep, and I'm like, oh, which way is it going to go?
Yeah.
I have no idea. And he says it straight up. He's like, I have no idea.
I'm guessing.
He
Legit.
is,
Yeah, no, he is.
legitimately.
I love it.
And
I
like
love
you
it.
see sometimes legit, he guesses, and the ball goes the complete other way.
Can't wait for John Henry's plane to go down over the Atlantic so I can watch the fucking.
But
the
you
Red
know
Sox
what?
game.
I couldn't stand this Red Sox team last year. I found them very annoying, and they were insufferable, and they were a bunch of assholes.
They're a different team.
And now
Different breed this year.
Alex Cora is back as manager. The team is like laughing and having fun. I don't give a shit about the wins. Like the wins were gonna come here or there.
They're back
no
to
matter
chicken
what.
and beer.
But it just feels like the team is like.
I love chicken and beer.
The team has a much different.
Tito was the
attitude.
man.
One of my favorite Ludacris CDs.
True.
It's like the team has a much different attitude. Like,
Nah, girls,
like
fucking
Verdugo is
Luda.
allowed to just be like himself. Like all the guys can be themselves and be nice.
JD Martinez is hitting the ball again.
It would be nice if we know what's happening with Chris Sale.
You'll never know.
Everything's going exactly how it's supposed to.
Yeah, but when's he coming back?
Who
July?
knows?
Right after the
You know,
All-Star break.
John Henry's
July?
probably busy blackmailing
Listen,
him
the
about
thing
being
with, the
addicted
thing
to
with
opiates.
Chris Sale
like he
was,
did
and,
with-
and
like he
everybody's
did
like,
with
oh my
Kurt
God,
Schilling.
Chris Sale, what are we going to do with Chris Sale? He was never supposed to be back before the All-Star break.
I know, but I think people want more like updates. So, like,
No, here's
go
the update.
on.
Nothing's wrong.
You know, we
Good
haven't
update.
heard from Pat in a while.
He's okay.
I know. He's posting
Listen,
on Facebook.
Pat's been doing the woman thing. So just let Pat
He's been
be.
doing the woman thing.
I think we'll be back on New Bedford Guide as of next week. I'm fairly certain my ban is up
Well,
from
hopefully that
some
Julio
days
news or Aaron Rodgers
from
news
Sunday.
breaks. Didn't work.
We will
I
keep you
didn't
posted.
punch you.
Be
That was a
sure
two-finger
to
thrust.
be sure to follow Row One Seat One on Facebook. Make sure you check us out on YouTube as well. That's going to be our next big venture, guys. We're getting ready to launch a 2-a-week show. Mondays and Tuesdays, we're getting there. We're working on it. We've got some things in the works, a lot of planning, a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. It's not as easy as it sounds. We all have day jobs. You know how it goes. But we are getting there. We will be there at least
I got 2
at
J jobs.
the very least by football season. The start of training camp, we will have the 2 shows a week. So we will hopefully be getting some pretty cool guests back on guests that we've had in the past, as well as new fresh ones, to talk some football and get some things going as the NFL season approaches, because we all know that's the straw that stirs the drink around here. Can't get away from it. Row1seat1.com. Be sure to check on that. I got some new ideas for that, some new things, new directions we're going to be taking that. And make sure you subscribe to us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. As for that, that's a wrap, boys. Good show.
Good show.
Well done, guys. We'll be back next Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Not 8:30. Tonight was a little bit of a fuck up because I fell asleep. But we'll be back 8 o'clock. Listen, the birdie juice got to me today, okay, bro? Broke my fucking personal best. The birdie juice got to me. But we'll be back next Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, Row 1 Seat 1, right here on Facebook. We'll be live back on the New Bedford Guide next week. Account restrictions gone. Until then, happy Memorial Day weekend. Thank you to all of those that served and are serving and have served our great, glorious country. We can't tell you how much we appreciate you. Be safe. Be well. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Later.